Domo, welcome everybody, and if it's depending on your time zone, Merry Christmas! Yippee! So yes, Domo Bucky, Domo Heavy Aether. Hello everybody. We are continuing with the Moitas in the cold, dank dream place. But this time, we are the ones being framed for the Moita, so we gotta prove ourselves innocent. So yeah, get those emotes ready, Porkle, cause we gotta prove ourselves. We did not commit those moitas. We did not have relations with the dead body that we woke up to and was laying in our bed. No relations at all. No relations at all. It's like literally woke up. Like the thing is, Wiki was with us. She gave us like one of those Viking massages, and instead Wilhelmine winds up waking up dead next to us in the morning instead of her. It's like, what? Her body's quite cold and there's no pulse. She's dead. Poor Wilhelmine. Why did she have to die? She still has that jasmine perfume on her. It somehow hides the smell of blood in the air. I hope I can count on Wiki's help. I really need her help to find out how Wilhelmine died. Yeah, last time we hung up with Wiki and found out that there's like demons in the basement. And said demons had, and the demon was the demon of forbidden love, to get that correctly. So Wiki was unknowingly helping her. She thought the demon was Loki, but it was like lol JK. Oh yeah, speaking of Wiki, I should probably check if anyone's hiding under the bed. Nope, no one's hiding here. My room key. I guess it wasn't used to escape, because it's been here since I woke up. Oh no. So this really is one of those Wiki-style locked rooms where only I could be the culprit? Gasfigure really likes those, considering they've been present in every case so far. Yeah, he really likes those. Windows are closed. I wonder if one will ever become relevant, but considering how brutally cold it is out on the outside? Yeah. It's the couch. Doesn't look like anyone's hiding under or behind it. It smells a bit familiar. Did Wiki take a nap on it? Really hope she's okay. There's nobody hiding in my bathroom. My towel's a little wet though. I was too exhausted to remember taking a shower after, well, Purgus knocked. So who or what took a shower? Too bad there's no hair or anything to give me a clue. Yeah, damn, someone probably murdered her and then showered themselves off to get rid of the blood. The door. Process is guarding it right now. I can already hear some people talking, although I can't really understand a word they're saying. Ah, right, I locked the door before I went to bed. How did Valmine get into my room? How did Wiki leave the room? And how did Elspeth enter it just now? Probably with the master key, I suppose. Kind of rude of her to enter even though I told her to wait. I should probably question her a bit more about that. Out of my way! I need to see her! Christina? Crash Pilot, where's my sister? Well, it was her turn to die. You died in the last one. Mimi! Joa! Oh, why? Mimi! Please open your eyes! This can't be real. This must be a nightmare. Right, I'm just dreaming. There's no way she's really dead. No, that's fine. Once we solve this case, it'll go back in time. Don't worry about it. None of the deaths here are real. It's all just a dream. Crash Violet! You sick bastard! How could you do that to her? I swear it wasn't. Say your last prayers, because when I'm through with you... Miss Mikowitz, stop. Lower your fist, or I'll have to restrain you. You should restrain that dupek instead. He killed my sister. That hasn't been confirmed yet. Wiki? Oh, thank goodness. At least you're not hurt. You know, I certainly did not expect to see another woman in your bed after all the time we spent together. And if it were under any other circumstances, I would ask Process to perform the fourth defenstration of Prague on you. That is a word. The what? What I want to say is, Ilmarn Hala, you're under arrest on suspicion of being the murderer of Wilhelmine Anderson. What? Wiki? Please do not resist, otherwise I'll have to restrain you by force. Anything you say now can and will be used against you in court. Everyone else, please leave this place immediately. I want to interrogate the suspect. Who are you to give orders to anyone? This is absolutely not a situation to let your childish fantasies come to life and... Shut up. I'm Special Agent Hagen, Nordic Noir, Scandinavian branch of Europol. I'm acting on behalf of the citizens of Europe to ensure their safety, and I'm authorized to detain possible suspects. Here's my ID in case you don't believe me. Let me have a look. I can tell if it's real. Wait, so she was a secret agent this entire fucking time? It's like she could do Nordic magic. She's an undercover agent. She's an expert on toxicology. Who is this woman? This is a woman of many talents. Who are you? Holy smoke, she's telling the truth. This is a real card. How could you tell, Sasha? I promise not to talk about it, but... Oh, Domo Cody, welcome! Just in time for your mate. Welcome, Merry Christmas. Welcome, Raiders. Merry Christmas. Yes, welcome, Bear Raid. Welcome on Blade Daloon, Kitsune Hunter / Animal Tamer. Today we're playing the Moida Hotel. Where Moidas happen in a hotel. Yes, Domo Cody, happy holidays to you too. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you had a good time playing Wet. If you gotta eat or sleep or whatever, go ahead. Otherwise, kick back, relax, and enjoy the Moidas. We just found out Wiki is actually a secret agent for Europol. It's like, what? It was Wet and Wild? Nice. I've worked with a Nordic Noir agent in the past. I was digging up clues about a mass murderer hiding in St. Petersburg. Now that's a twist. Wiki, I had no idea you were a special agent. Now you know. Please keep this secret from outsiders, otherwise you'll jeopardize my work and your own safety. You're not making this up just to trick us? No, it's the truth. Saying that I'm currently studying medicine is a common cover I like to use. Listen, Pink Girl, we may not be on the best of terms, but I guarantee I'll find out if Mr. Holla did anything to your sister. And if he did, he'll definitely get the punishment he deserves. Can I at least kick him in the balls once? Nobody's kicking anything here. Now please leave. It's like, thank you, Wiki. That includes all of you. I have to interrogate the suspect. Martin, do you mind if I act as your lawyer during this interrogation? Naturally, you'll get a friend discount. I will not say no. Yeah, we were fighting against Gerard in the last case. In this case, we might need his help, like, badly. We might need him to ask people for us. I assume I'm no longer needed, Agent Hagen. Thank you for your service, Prosecutor Process. I'll turn the suspect over to you as soon as the trial begins. I'm looking forward to your findings. What the hell just happened? Hi, Loki, I don't even know where to start. Wiki, what was that display just now? You never expected this, did you? Now it's my time to get revenge for all the mean things you did to me. I feel like I skipped a page or two. It's a bit hard to follow what's going on now. Give me a second. I need to collect my thoughts. Start by saving. Marn, is there anything I should hear from your mouth before I find out for myself? Like what? Like what you did on the night? On your bed? With Wilhelmine? There might be a chance I'll forgive you if you tell me before I find out for myself. Well, excuse me, I'd like a word with my client. Noble Vidal's welcome, how you doing? Before you say anything, whisper your answer to me. Gerard, I have no idea what happened. I don't know how Wilhelmine got here. That's a bad lie, mon ami. A lawyer is the only person you should tell the truth to. It is in this way that I can help you most when it comes to choosing the right words during an interrogation. Gerard, I'm absolutely serious. I have no idea. Mince. This is going to be a long day. Judging by Gerard's reaction, I assume I won't like the answer. I don't like his answer either. Good. So you and she had fun learning Finnish words and performing them at the same time, right? Well, I shouldn't hold back anymore. Marn, I'm gonna be your rival this round. So pack your bags because I'm sending you to Helheim as soon as you finish your investigation. Hey. What do you want now? Wiki, please listen to me. This is a great misunderstanding. I really don't know why Valmine is in my bed, let alone why she's dead. Oh, don't worry. We both know the answer to the second part. You both know who the killer is? Yes, Gerard. We sort of do. You two are quite a bunch if you're already so in sync. Which makes it all the more surprising that you dragged Valmine into your room last night. What? I know I'm supposed to be your lawyer now, but I guess that's the bad karma coming back at you for sailing so many ships at once. It's not my fault that women keep dropping to my feet, dead. Gerard, wait, what do you mean I dragged her into my room? I saw the two of you meeting outside your room door. Then if you couldn't wait to spend some time with her, you grabbed her arm and pulled her into your room. What are you talking about? Why do you say that? Because I saw it. I thought I don't remember anything about meeting Valmine. Sounds like an open and shut case to me. You're really my rival? Oh, you're welcome, Merry Christmas, how you doing? And Domo Surveillance Bub, how are you doing? You pull Elspeth into your room. Well, she's alive in this cycle, so you have your chance. Yep, that's me this time. I couldn't believe it myself at first, but Gasfinger told me he needed a professional for his biggest murder mystery event. Yeah, bonk him. And get your streaks. Unfortunately for you, the one who best fits the bill is me. Of course, I immediately agreed to his proposal. After all, I was promised a huge reward if I could get you convicted. So now I'm going to do everything I can to prove that you're guilty. Guilty of murder and guilty of breaking hearts. There's still some doubt that he's a murderer. Doesn't matter. I'll get him convicted. Please, let me get this straight. I'm not a murderer and I'm not a heartbreaker. Liar! About which part? Wiki, tell me, is all this agent stuff for real? Or is it just one of your baseless lies? My dear, apparently forgettable Martin, that is the truth. I'm a Nordic noir special agent who specializes in solving high-profile homicide cases. My knowledge of toxicology and pathology are useful, but my greatest strengths lie in forensic science. Then why have you never told me? Gas figures specifically forbade me from mentioning it. In fact, I was not even allowed to use my crime-solving skills in any capacity other than writing autopsy reports. Whenever there was a murder, he would chain me and my abilities up like Fenrir, even though I had done nothing wrong. But now the wolf is finally free, and you'll be my first victim. It's still hard to believe. Yes, fake God. Just accept it. I'm a capable agent. Objection, there's one thing that makes this whole Wiki as an agent thing super suspicious. After all, I doubt that someone who's afraid of stairs could be an agent. How are you ever going to catch an evil mastermind if he hides in a skyscraper where there's no lifts? Yes, hello, Bucky, I see you. They keep those shades away. It's like, we are not jiggling, no one is going to be jiggling another person's bells here. Wait, time out. You told me this exact line before and I gave you my answer. Huh? When? Oh no, I have an extremely bad feeling right now. Okay, I'll put down the mask for a moment. Marin, what's the last thing you really remember? Well, the last thing I remember was you were giving me a massage in my room, which I really enjoyed. Although I fell asleep pretty quickly, mostly because I was so exhausted from our little adventure. You're not kidding, Marin? You don't remember the rest? No, Wiki. I'm really, really serious. What about that conversation in the bar? Do you mind if I tell Wiki about it now? Huh? What conversation? I see he really has forgotten. We've got amnesia. What? What was that all about? You said you'd kill me if I had told Wiki. I can't believe it. The whole time you were not just acting? I should be acting. It's not a situation where checks are in order. Okay, a change of plans. So you're suffering from amnesia. Now we need to find out why. Amnesia. Wait. Well, of course! Satana must be the mind-erasing drug Millen mentioned. Where's Millen? I need to talk to him. Okay, I believe you now. You obviously don't remember anything. Millen's at the infirmary collapsed yesterday at the ball. I was with him until just now and made sure he's staying with us. I see. So the ball already happened? Damn! This is what I get for being a good person. I take her to sick and my boyfriend has fun with other women. I'm your what? That was a joke. Don't play with his heart. He's already confused enough. Yeah, we don't need that fanfic trope where we pretend to be boyfriend-girlfriend because one of us has amnesia. I've read it in fanfics a million times. It's tiresome. Yeah, get those streaks. Yeah, sorry. So, Wiki, you're not angry with me anymore? Oh, I'm still extremely angry with you. Don't worry. She lied as naturally as she breathed. She still likes us. Well, my attention now is focused to your amnesia. I'm kind of convinced it's connected to the murder case. It looks like the misunderstanding has been cleared up. But I have to admit, not knowing what happened feels like a big handicap. Especially when I have to go up against a real special agent who will probably walk all over me. And not in the kinky way. Don't blame me, I didn't volunteer to be your rival. Oh no. Not again. Mard, what's wrong now? My body hurts again. This could come at a worse time. How many more sleepless nights will I have to endure because of this? Yeah, get those shrieks. You didn't say it. I know. One sec. Okay. It's okay. Let me walk for a second. It'll help me forget the pain. He collapsed again. Such a common occurrence in this hotel. Just as I feared, it's the Girop disease again, which means he won't wake up for a while. What a mess. Any idea what to do? I'll say what I think out loud. He'll get a guilty verdict 100%. The fact is, he doesn't remember what happened, and now that he's unconscious, there's no way he's gonna make it. Aren't you fool? How can you do this to me now? It's such a common occurrence when your head is twice the size of your body. Yeah, you know, chibi, #chibi problems. I should look at this from the bright side. I'll finally be able to leave this place. What? Gerard, you probably don't remember, but you were the one who closed the gate for me. Which gate? Can you please stop talking nonsense? It's not nonsense, it's... Again, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm afraid I can't just sit here and do nothing. I'm going to do it. I will investigate the defense barring in court. Wait, you can't do that. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. An ace attorney knows no bounds when it comes to seeking the spirit of justice. No, I'm serious. You'll be punished by the hotelier if you do. What punishment? Like, kill me? That might be a possibility. What? Hey, where did you come from? I have my ways of entering rooms in unusual ways. So why is Mr. Hull taking a nap in this situation? The you-know-what must have hit him from all the stress. We should postpone the investigation until he wakes up. Humbug! There is no time for silly jokes. Wiki, please wake him up. But it's the truth. He's like Brunhilde after Odin poked her with a sleeping thorn. That's one way to ruin a perfectly planned show. Normally I'd say it's his own fault and let his time run out, but I have a show to present. Mr. Gasfinger, do you mind if I step into his shoes? At least until he wakes up. That's absurd. I can't just replace a detective after the bets have been made. Oh, I'll just be his lawyer, not the detective. Those two jobs are synonymous in this hotel. Besides, you have nothing to gain or lose by trying to solve this case. There's no excitement. Au contraire, mon capitaine. I am saving a friend of mine from being wrongly convicted of murder. And I would lose some of my prestige if I failed, because it would be my first official loss since I started. Technically it'd be your third loss, but you don't remember the other two. Be quiet. I need to think for a moment. Just a second. I'll be right back. He's doing something. Awkward silence. Excuse me, I've made some preparations. I propose the following. Mr. Perigord will be given 47 minutes to conduct his own investigation. Wait, what happened to the 93 I had before? Wait, what? During this time, he's free to examine the crime scene and interrogate everyone in the hotel. The clues he finds can be passed on to Martin Halla if he wakes up in time. When the time is up, Namaris will guide you to the library. Doesn't sound too difficult. If you'll excuse me, I'll be right on the case. Hang on. There's a small catch. You're free to investigate the murder of Wilhelmine Anderson as much as you like. But there's a little problem that needs to be solved as well. Which problem? It's come to my attention that there is, and I quote, an imposter among us. An imposteur? What? At this very moment, one of the remaining 13 humans in this hotel has been replaced by a perfect double. Wait a minute. Aren't doppelgangers forbidden by your rules? They are forbidden to be part of the murder story, you're right. But since they just entered the stage at this very moment, they have not and will not interfere with the case in any way. The doppelganger is not an extra person. Instead, they play the role of a person. So rest assured, this little side bet will not interfere with the main game. So what, is this a side quest? Your primary goal is to use the clues you gather to figure out who the imposter is. Picking up any clues related to the murder is optional. But everything will be all for naught if you fail to expose the imposter. Even worse, both you and Omarin will meet a terrible fate in the form of oversized scissor blades. Whoa there, careful there. Okay, so to summarize, I have to find out who the doppelganger is on top of solving the murder in just 47 minutes? Exactly. Are there any special rules? You can't just blindly pick the person to point. You have to give your reasons why they must be the imposter. Is there anything the imposter can do that I should be aware of, like change identities during the 47 minutes? No. The impersonator is the same person from start to finish. He or she can't do anything special during that time, like use demonic abilities. Also, the impersonator isn't Wilhelmine, since she's dead. What about Ilmarin? Since he's knocked out, wouldn't they be the same as being dead? That's the fun part! If no one else can be the impersonator, then you have to point the finger at your friend. That way you have to think twice if someone's acting out of the ordinary or if you're just imagining things. How diabolical. That's all you need to know. So what do you say? Will you accept this little game if it means certain death for you and your friend if you fail? I've been to the oldie country where the defense gets the same punishment as the accused. The threat of death doesn't scare me anymore. I accept. Bring it on. Oh, what joy! This will be entertaining to watch. Remember, you have 47 minutes. Namaris will call you when it's up. Best of luck hunting. My minions, come back! He disappeared the same way he entered, and yet I can't see a hidden door. How did he do that? Oh boy, this guy has some unfair supernatural powers. But I have to commend your bravery. I would have accepted that bet. I only take bets I can win. Just watch me. You can now play as Gerard. You can now play as Luigi. Wahoo! He doesn't need to formulate his own questions since this is already routine for him. He could also visualize what the suspects are talking about. Now, how do I solve both mysteries in the most efficient way possible? I think the best approach is to ask everyone what they remember. There might be a good chance that the imposter might slip up by remembering things wrong. And at the same time, I could check the alibis of everyone. Why does she have a 6 on her head? So you heard the whole conversation? Every single word. Alright, Wiki, are you the imposter? Oh yeah, you got me. I should probably try a different strategy, especially when it comes to Wiki. You said you would have accepted the bet. Would you mind telling me why? Well, at best you save 47 minutes of interrogation time, but worse, you lose Marin's and yours life. Peo is absolutely rigged, to say the least. If you fail, you also ruin Marin's chances. He might not forgive you. If I'm condemned to help a dear friend, then so be it. He means more to you than just a friend, right? Take a look at yourself in the mirror, Agent Hagen. No, you can't fool me. You were holding back. When he was your rival, I noticed. You deliberately left out a crucial point during the debate. Again, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're right. That was just a dream I had. You dreamed about me holding back against Ilmanen? Please, let's change the subject. It's like, he's already got every girl in the hotel running after him. Why not add the dudes, too? I would like to ask you what you did yesterday from the time you left until we discovered the murder. What should I tell you? I'm the one who should be interrogating, not you. Guess we have to play tit for tat. You tell me what you did, I'll tell you what I did. You start first, I'm the agent. You're just a lawyer. Very well, but first I'm going to recall my thoughts on the matter. Gerard can check places he's visited before to remember what happened. It's worth exploring the whole hotel to make sure you don't miss any valuable information. So, Gerard, let's begin to restructure your day. I don't have that yet. I'm not ready to answer that. I'll come back to you later. Miss Henderson's dead body. There's blood all over the bed. And Martin is supposed to be the murderer? Wait, there's something in her hands. What is it? It looks like a room key. It has the number 206 on it. It looks like it belongs to the victim. You mind if I borrow it to check it out? Go ahead. I don't know what's more suspicious. The fact that the victim visibly has her own key at hand, or that Secret Agent Wiki showed no concern about it. She surely must have noticed this is not normal. I should really try to check if this is actually a room key. Alright, clock's ticking. I remember it clearly. It was after I left the ball, sometime after midnight. Mr. Holla, I hope you're not forcing yourself into this meeting. You must be tired after such an eventful day. No worries. I think I still have enough energy to keep you company. Good. Don't fall asleep on me until we're completely finished. Oh, I think we're being watched. Someone might get the wrong idea. Their problem. Come in. What are we waiting for? Oh dear, no need to pull my hand. I promise I won't run away. I clearly saw their faces and heard their voices. There's no doubt. Marn, you'll better explain the meaning of this to me tomorrow. Oh. Bloody hell! Mr. Marigold, I'm terribly sorry to have bumped into you. My head must have been in the clouds. Not to worry, Professor Holmes. Tell me, are you alright? What? Who are you? Far from it. I was quite stunned to learn that there had been a murder in this very establishment. I'm trying to figure out a British accent for this guy, and I'm going through like 20 different accents. Domo! Wiggenbarth, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, welcome. Yes, I am live. Merry Christmas. How you doing? Wait, this is your game? Oh my goodness. Well, welcome. Yeah, no, I started this after I got the key for the Choose Wisely Festival, and I've just been playing it ever since. Good game. Been enjoying it so far. Thank you. It's like for the first murder, I blamed myself. In the second murder, I somehow managed to have it so that Clara and I both basically won, and that Gerard got shot and Process got shot. So now I'm on the third one, and I have no idea what's going on. It's like this guy just showed up, and I have to figure out an accent for him now. Exactement. I refuse to believe that Ilmarin is the culprit. This is quite this crime scene, right? You think I could be allowed to enter it? Now I'm sounding Australian. Oh my god. We could ask Miss Hagen if that's alright. You know what? Fuck it. We'll make him Australian. Pardon my intrusion. Mr. Holmes, what are you doing here? Please forgive my curiosity. I just had to see the murder for myself. You can look, but don't touch anything. I would never dare disturb a crime scene, Miss Hagen. Why do you have a 4 on you? What happened to Mr. Holla? He's pretending to be asleep to avoid being interrogated by me. Eze? Yes. Well, now, look how well he's doing it. Even when I poke him in the cheeks, he doesn't react. Miss Hagen, I don't want to criticize your knowledge, but I doubt he's just faking it. Oh, have I not? Oh, how I have not missed this expression of yours. So it was just one of your jests. Even after all these years, you haven't changed in the slightest. Old habits die hard, Professor. Excuse me for butting in, but do you two know each other from somewhere? Yes, he was my forensic psychology lecturer during my exchange year in England. And Miss Hagen was the most memorable student I ever had. How memorable? There was hardly a day when the two of us did not get into a heated debate about the subject I was teaching. I nearly made him cry on several occasions. Oh, can you tell him this one story, please? It's like, try a British one. Like, good day, governor. If you insist. Let me try and channel my inner British. But I'm Italian. That's the problem. Good day, governor. Pip pip cheerios. Oi, blimey. One day I brought a convicted criminal to class, handcuffed and under police guard. The students were supposed to ask him questions to build a psychological profile based on his answers. I might almost have it. Do you remember what I asked him? Every single word you said that day. They still haunt me in my sleep. Really? I always thought you had a poor memory. Can you quote them? Sure. The first question was, did Odin whisper in the bald's ear at his funeral? Not a single British person has ever talked like that in the history of the island. I don't know. I'm American. I only know about tea and Cheerios. The second was, how's your favorite bionicle? Whatever that means. Yeah, you're the real deal. Gerard, I didn't plan to do your job, but I can guarantee that this guy's not the imposter, even though he literally just showed up. Pardon. Don't mind her. Please continue your story. It's just a thing Americans think you do. Yeah, I know. The pip pip Cheerios. If it was a British woman, it'd probably be easier. I'd be like, right, she was making a mockery of my class. I was about to ask that she be banned from leaving my lectures. But he didn't. Want to guess why? Miss Hagen was the only student to receive a perfect mark for psychological profile. From that point on, I understood that behind the lingering chaos lay the mind of a brilliant detective. Or at least I thought so until the end of the term. I told him that I already knew most of the things about the criminal he had brought in just by chance. However, I finally understood what I was dealing with. It was handled well. There were times when it could be the constructive source of debate. In the end, it was all worth it when I heard that she turned out to be a very capable crime fighter. I don't want to brag, but I'm the youngest agent to ever get a level 3 clearance in Nordic Noir. Hee. Oh, right. Before I change the subject back to the murder, I would also like to take the opportunity to thank you for the box of chocolates you sent me on the last day. Ah, you're welcome. Oh yeah, I got YouTube for all the archives of me doing this. Anyway, thank you for letting me have a glimpse of the crime scene. I think I have seen enough. I doubt that professionals like you need the advice of an old man. But in case need me for anything, I'm available in my room. No need to see ya. Maybe if I think of my inner Gordon Ramsay. Where's the lamb sauce? I guess it can't hurt to ask him a question or two. Oi, blimey, mate, where's the lamb sauce? Here's the door to the victim's room. Let's see if the room key I found fits. Need more London in it. How strange, it doesn't fit. I'll give it one more try. No, this is not Wilhelmina's room key. Dumb Victor, welcome, how you doing? When she's on her period and then you remember a true pirate isn't afraid of the Red Sea. Indeed. Welcome, how you doing? And thank you for the follow, Tomo, welcome. What's going on here? This key was deliberately placed on the victim's hand, there's no question about that. No normal person would carry their room key around with them all the time, especially when they're lying in the bed of a person they're trying to seduce. Post some music? Sure. Is this by any chance Modern's room key? No, I can't lock the door with it. It's not his room key either. Maybe someone else is currently missing the room key. But if that's the case, why would the culprit do that? Why would he put the mislabeled key in the hands of his victim? I doubt I have enough time to try every door in this hotel, but it can't hurt to ask someone. I really wonder where this mystery will lead me. You and me both, buddy. We're polite enough to knock. But it looks like no one's in Elspeth's room. Let's see, what else is unlocked? Oh, yeah, you. So, Mr. Perigord, how can I help you? As an expert, what do you think of all this? Very well, I will give you my opinion. From what I've seen, Mr. Anderson and Mr. Haller showed no signs of hostility during the ball. Miss Anderson in particular seemed uncomfortable in his presence, suggesting that he considered him a trustworthy partner. And yet we must face reality. Miss Anderson was murdered by him. The situation may suggest that it was done out of affect, but the amount of blood clearly shows it was a murder. What does the amount of blood have to do with whether it's manslaughter or murder? When you see the person you're feuding with start bleeding, you'd normally stop hitting them if you didn't intend to kill them. But this bed was completely soaked in blood, as were her clothes. He must have continued to tear her body apart with whatever weapon he was using. And since there's nothing else in Mr. Hollow's room that seemed out of place, we have to conclude he's the murderer. This one. Objection! There was one thing that was anything but natural. It's the fact that the dead victim was holding a room key in her hand. I beg your pardon. Did I hear that right? Yes, you did. Here, this is the key I found. Her fingers were wrapped around the key, so it wasn't easy to notice at first glance. That's definitely strange. Why would the victim have this in her hand at the time of her death? I don't know. And something tells me it wasn't her own doing. I swear I'll find an accident for this guy eventually, just let me cook. Instead, I suspect that someone else put the key in her hand. For what reason? Well, you see, the key has a label with the number 206 on it, which indicates that this would be the key to the victim's room. But I checked it for myself, it is not. Nor is it the room key of my defendant. This key is currently the biggest mystery in this case. Could the key have been the reason for her murder? What do you mean? It could be that this key holds a secret that Mr. Haller was trying to get hold of. I'd even go as far to say that the blackmail was involved. I think we are getting a bit off track here. After all, it was very obvious that these two met because they had a date. Is there any guarantee that what Mr. Haller and Miss Anderson had was a date? Of course there is. I saw them meeting in front of her room, and the man was very enthusiastic, even grabbed her arm and dragged her into his room. Are you sure it was consensual? Why wouldn't it be? Well, from what you just said, it sounds like she was dragged against her will. No, she even made a joke that she wasn't going to run away. Still, I want something a little more solid. Did the victim tell anyone about this meeting before? She probably told her sister. Maybe I can ask her. Yeah. I'm guessing as I get more hints, the numbers go down? It's just a guess, though. Because it's like, he plays a little differently. At least I don't have to make up questions. Let's see, who's down here? Somebody, maybe. Staff room? Ah, here we go. Miss Douglas, may I have a moment? Of course, Mr. Perigord, and please call me Elspeth. Okay, Elspeth. Then I would like to call me Gerard as well. No need to be formal after our meeting yesterday. The number reads how many objections are left to get information. Okay, thank you. What can I do for you? Since you were the first to come across the victim, I feel it necessary to ask you a few questions. What kind of questions? You mean about the murder? Oui, it is of utmost importance. Do I really have to talk about it? Ilmanin's life may depend on your answers. It's not a perfect system, but it helps. Well, I like that it's different from before. I like that it's changing things up a little bit. Oh, I don't really feel comfortable about this. Just relax. As long as you don't lie, the situation might unravel and show what really happened. So you're acting as his lawyer? Yes, I believe in his innocence. And so should you. I can't, not after what I've seen. He's a black widow. That woman could have been me. If Sanderson had not turned up, it could have been me that Martin seduced and then murdered. Nothing in that has been proven yet. Please calm down. It's very likely that someone set him up. Oh, that's impossible. Door was locked. Nobody could have gotten into his room. Hold it. This brings me to your first contradiction. You said that no one could have gotten into his room, and you disproved it in the very next sentence. I disproved it? Elspeth, you used the master key to get into the Martin's room, right? Ah, yes, I did. Why did you unlock his room with the master key? Huh? Why? Is it common practice at the hotel for the belly hop to randomly barge into occupied rooms? I think he meant to say bellhop. No, of course not. Well, I don't know how to explain it. I wouldn't normally do this, but this was important. Important? I could talk to him. I couldn't wait. It was already in the morning. Yesterday he got up at 7. Did you knock on his door at 7 today? Yes, but there was no answer, so I left and came back an hour later. Yeah, belly dancing is too mainstream. She does the belly hop. Okay, but if it was so important, why didn't you unlock his door already at 7? I can't tell you, I'm sorry. You could be sorry all you want, but that's not a good answer. But I'm not lying. There was a really important reason for me to see him. Fine. In that case, let's try something else to prove your innocence. Can you reconstruct what you did yesterday? Well. Now I remember. You gave me a dance lesson in the ball. Ah. Alright, let's start the most important rule first. Try to maintain eye contact more than 50% of the time. Don't focus on your shoes. What if I step on your shoes? That would be bad. After all, I have 2 left feet. Don't worry about that. Nobody's born perfect. What about the speedy spin? What do I do that? Your designated dance partner is Sasha, right? Yes. Then don't worry about it. Let him initiate the turn. Let it flow naturally. Oh, okay. Is Mr. Pavlov a good dancer? Between you and me, I know that he's put a lot of effort in learning how to groove. Mostly to impress Sarah, though he rarely gets a chance to dance with her. I see. Then he must really like her. It's a bit complicated, but in a way, yes. He deeply cares about her. What would I give to have someone ask me out like that? So, Miss Douglas, are you ready? Yes, please guide me. Do a little shimmy. That was around 1915, so 7:15 to 8 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. PM. Indeed. But let us bring some order to the timeline, shall we? What did you do before? After the charade and before our dance rehearsal? Right, let me see. Someone died, but it's been undone, so that didn't happen now. Right, after the charade at 5 p.m., I returned to my post in the lobby to enjoy some peace and quiet after an eventful afternoon. I think it was around 6 p.m. when Ilmartin paid me a visit. I was a bit surprised at first. Hey, there's a card over there. I gotta remember that. I need that card. Hey, Elspeth. Got a second to talk? Sure I do. What's wrong? I'm not gonna beat around the bush and get right to the point. I want to apologize to you. Oh, apologize for what? For being who I am. Marin, what's wrong? I didn't realize it at first, but I think I've given you some hopes for something I didn't really plan on. Hopes? You know, by being all flirty with you from the beginning. Marin, there's no need to apologize. I was the one who suggested the whiskey date. If you think it's a bad idea, just say so. Thank you, Elspeth. I do think it's a bad idea now. You can still call me Lizzie. I will, Lizzie. Thank you very much. What's the matter with you? Did you think I'd get mad that you fell for another woman? Well, yeah, I was fearing that. Marin, who do you think I am? As between you and me, I'm a pretty good wing lady. So let me know if you need my help to win her heart. That's a very kind offer, Lizzie. Is there anything I could do for you in return? Oh, Mr. Pilot, how about being my wingman in the future and taking me for a ride in your plane? I always wanted to visit Shetland, but flights are so expensive these days. I guess I could do that if I ever drop off another client somewhere in the UK. Pardon my intrusion. I hope I'm not interrupting anything important. Oh, a new guest? Hello, sir. Welcome to Hotel Fafnir. My name's Elspeth Douglas. How may I serve you? Greetings, young lady. You may call me, Professor Holmes. I'm delighted to make your acquaintance. Say, if it's all right if I use this cable phone for a moment. My mobile seems to be broken. Oh, too bad, Mr. Holmes. The line's been down since the blizzard. Quite a dilemma. My car won't start, so it looks like I might be stranded here. Oh, no. The snowstorm seems to be quite a threat considering how long it's been going on. Alright, I think I'm starting to get it. I even saw a small plane nearby. It must have had a crash landing on the field. Ah, yes, that would be mine. I beg your pardon. Did you say it was yours? Yes, I'm a private pilot. My stay here was not planned, to say the least. Now that you mention it, Miss Douglas, do you mind if I stay here until the storm passes? I'll even book a room. I'm not sure that's possible. All our rooms are currently occupied. Bloody hell. My run of bad luck has no end in sight. Hey, what if... Elspeth, is it alright if he stays in my room? Please don't put yourself out on my account. No, it's fine. We're in the same boat, so I don't mind. Well, I could ask the boss if it's okay, but personally I don't see a problem as long as Uwe doesn't mind making food for one additional guest. Wait a minute. Shouldn't room 201 be free? The one Clara was in. Oh, you're right. You checked it about an hour ago, though the blizzard's still going on. How could I forget? My head's in the clouds again. It's like she poofed into the abyss. Perfect. In that case, I'd like to book this room for 2 nights. That'll be €150 including breakfast and dinner. Sounds fair. Just a moment. Here you go. Keep the change. Thank you, Professor Holmes. Soon I could buy that new cloud card game everyone's talking about. Balatro? Excuse me for a moment. I need to tell my boss that a new guest has arrived. In the meantime, you should be the chef and let him know if you have any special requests, such as vegan or gluten-free. Yeah, no, I know this game's got so many references in it. Blow my nose. Like, I've seen the Danganronpa, the Umineko. Alright, it's almost 4 a.m., so you're gonna have to drop down now. Well, thanks for stopping by. Good game. Thank you. Yes, you take care too. Have me crippish. In the meantime, yeah, I said that already. When I turned from the hotelier's office, they were already gone. Let us fast forward in time. What happened next with the suspect? There was nothing special. We met when everyone gathered for the evening ball at 8 o'clock. Martin was dancing with Miss Anderson, while I had Mr. Pavlov as my designated partner. The last time I saw him was until Millen's breakdown at 10 p.m., when he left the ball shortly thereafter. It's all that happened between me and him. At least until I went to his room this morning, and what about the time in between? Do you have an alibi for that night? What, an alibi? You think I did it? Just because I have access to the master key? It's a routine question, just tell me what you did. I was at the ball until it ended around 2 a.m. Mr. Pavlov should be able to confirm that, as well as several other people who were present. And afterwards? Elspeth? What did you do? Did you go to sleep? I went to bed around 3 in the morning. And the time before? Were you alone? Yes. I was alone. I see. Anyway, I think I'm done for now. May I come back? I may come back later for a few more questions. I'll be available. Okay. Oh, just one more thing, Elspeth. I'm currently undefeated when it comes to defending a person charged with murder. And I usually do that by finding out who the real culprit is. I'm not saying it was you or anything, God forbid. But sometimes the culprit just happens to leave a mark. What are you talking about? I have nothing to do with the murder case, and I did not leave any marks. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the marks on this key. This key, but it's the Halmine's room key. I remember touching it lately. You don't? No, the only key that should have my fingerprints on is the master key. Maybe I need to present another object besides the master key. One that should have her fingerprints on it. I have to come back later. Alright, who else can I talk to? You... Oh god. This place is a mess. What the hell happened here? Miss Bigowitz, is everything alright? Nothing is alright, you stupid, brainless idiot. Leave me alone. Talk about the cold reception. I know this must be difficult, but I need your help. With what? I'm trying to find out what happened. How and why Miss Anderson was murdered. There's nothing to find out. She was murdered in cold blood by the crash pilot. That has not yet been proven. Besides, does he really have a motive? He's a rotten man. That's motive enough. Now get up before I forget myself. Miss Bigowitz, please, if you cooperate with me. Son of a submariner, get out! Just because my door's not locked doesn't mean I want brainless lawyers in my room. Hold it! Your comment just brought to me to something I should probably point out. What is it now? Well, speaking of doors, do you recognize this room key? The number says 206. This should be my sister's room key, right? A logical conclusion, but wrong. It is not her room key. Eh? The victim's hand was wrapped around this room key, and I suspect it might belong to the culprit. In that case, it should be the crash pilot's room key, right? Wrong again, because I already checked that. Miss Bigowitz, may I try this key on your door? Wait a minute. It's that key? Mr. Paragorn, wait. Can you listen to me for a moment? Before you do anything rash, how much money do you want for it? As if you have the means to bribe someone like me. Please don't mind if I... Wait, listen to me for a second. You know, I'm the sole heir to my sister's fortune. If you help me cover up this little oversight, we could both benefit from this. How about we, we could do something and then you forget about this and... You're really bad at this. Now, if you will excuse me, my friend's life is at stake. No, stay away from that door. Something wrong? Well, it looks like that mysterious room key is not your room key. That's true. Want to know why? Because my room key is right here in my purse. Congratulations, your acting skills had me fooled for a second. Not bad, right? The main villain in Wakazowski will say those exact lines in the next episode airing Friday night. Thank you for spoiling the story. People don't die in my work. You could celebrate the actors after the episode is shot. I capture so many fake deaths with my camera. I see people stabbed and shot with fake tools. Part of me still doesn't realize it's not a movie. I'm still waiting for my sister to come to my room and say, "Hey, was I a good victim? Did I do a good job?" After I was sentenced to prison by that corrupt bastard prosecutor, I just sat in my prison cell daydreaming how I would have become a famous actress one day. That I thought to keep my sister safe were my two main motivations in life to keep going. And now, I don't know if I want to live like this anymore. Why do I even try to become an actress if there's no one to cheer me on? Miss Bigowitz, I am truly sorry for your loss. And if I weren't on a tight schedule, I'd offer to lend a ear to your grief, but I have a friend to save. You still call a murderer your friend? A person is innocent until proven guilty. Too bad I hit the blank with the mysterious room key. Maybe I will get another chance to see who it belongs to. I'll be honest, Mr. Lawyer. Your friend is dangerous. Omar did a welcome. How you doing? All that dirty crash pilot wanted was to fulfill his deep, dark fantasies with my sister. I hate him. I don't have anything. Understandable. Alright, I gotta come back later. Anything over here? Mr. Peter, are you awake? Hello, anybody home? Stop knocking, it's hurting my head. Oh, it's you. Hey, open the door. There's nothing I hate more in the morning than a lawyer knocking on my door. Please, I'm not looking for trouble, just hear me out for a second. Make it quick, I want to go back to bed. Do you know what happened? Mr. Process told me the details. Your friend apparently killed that blonde woman. That's half the truth, he was framed by the real killer. Okay, so... I want to ask you if you could tell me what happened yesterday from your perspective. For what reason? Go away and annoy someone else with your lawyer questions. I'm going to bed. Hey, wait! I don't think I have anything. Alright, I gotta come back later. I'm missing things. Oh wait, there was like a card in the at the front desk area. Let me go grab that before I forget. If it's still there. I hope it is. Yeah, got it. Hey, Process. Taking a little smoke break? I'm just waiting for the court to start. Even I could get a bit nervous. After all, this is supposed to be the most spectacular murder case of the Nightmare world. Nightmare world? I thought we were in... Oh, that's what we Czech demons call this place. Don't worry about it. Want to take a puff? Sorry, but winners don't do drugs. Cha-cha-cha. It's my understanding that you're currently in charge of Mr. Holland's investigation. Indeed I am. He can't do it himself right now. What a shame. I was actually looking forward to seeing his struggle for survival. It's no fun having someone with experience in this field do all the work for him. Well, it's not like I don't have my own problems now. After all, Ilmarnen has lost his recent memories, so there's a bigger gap for me to fill. On top of that, there's an impersonator on the loose that I have to catch. Well, it was nice talking to you, but I have to get back on the hunt. Process, you seem lost in thought. Is everything okay? It is. I was just wondering. If everything goes as planned. Things never do. That's what makes life fun. Alright, now I'll start from the top. See, nothing in here. This is what was locked before. Okay, so this is a whole new room. I couldn't come in here before because it was locked up. Even a save point here. Ooh! Got it! TV? I can't interact with it. Got a there's a piano though. But if it doesn't have like a star or anything on it, that means I can't interact with it. Shame. Ooh, there's another card. Got it. Yeah. Tonight's I can't read. Last night's ball was quite an event. I should probably try to find any oddities in my memories. Can I talk to anyone? I mean, like, half the room was people, the other half is demons. The folks on the other side were quite a bunch. They were mostly quiet, just watching us. I wonder where they came from. The blizzard is still as strong as it was a few days ago. Ooh, a walrus!
Greetings, humans and demons. We're called collectors, but not to be confused with Canadian band from 60s.
is, look, a talking walrus.
My name is Nemarius, also known as Heart Collector. Titles are Leader of Incubi and Dream Demon General, ranked number 3. I've been stuck in walrus costume for quite some time and can't get out. But fear not, dear guests, costume always inspires me to make wonderful music. Also playing today are called Doll Collector on piano and Thumb Collector on violin. Please give applause.
Wait, what? Gasfinger plays in a band? That explains all the vinyls he's been handing out lately.
Excuse me, Miss Doll Collector. Why are you facing away from the audience? She's very emotional right now due to nervousness, so band decided to turn pianist around.
What a shame. I was curious to see what her face looked like. Hee.
Now, gentlemen and especially ladies, please come on up the dance floor. We start with masterpiece, The Walrus Waltzer.
Oh my god, I love that song!
Collector crew, you ready?
Go ahead.
Underling, what about you?
I think I can't concentrate.
Can't concentrate, what's the problem?
It's hard to keep my temper when I'm infatuated.
Underling, how can you fall in love without having a heart? Concentrate on task at hand.
I tried, but the thought that I could just turn around and take a bite.
I guess we need to turn on playback. No, I won't allow any kind of cheating at this hotel. I suppose we could use the light up keyboard feature. Oh, great idea. Doll Collector, if not sure what to do, press the glowing keys. Got it.
Oui, I think I could do this.
Perfect. Without further ado, band begins to play.
You're sitting alone. Me. You're off in the corner. I remember there was a shy woman sitting on the stairs up there. When I tried to talk to her, she put on a ball mask because she didn't want to show her face. I don't know what her face looked like, but I remember what she asked me. I am making sure your life is worth living. What a silly question. Making sure I always get the best out of myself is my raison d'etre. And that is why I am sure that nobody could copy me. My life goals wouldn't make sense to anyone else. My designated partner was Wiki. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but she was surprisingly cooperative. Except for the fact that she refused to pirouette.
Oh, there's another card. Got it.
Yeah, it looks like the staff didn't really participate. At the top of the balcony, two fierce figures stared at us. One was carrying a huge backpack, the other had glowing eyes. Sitting so high up, I wonder what their business was. Which one of them Sandman? Probably the glowing eyes? Well, got something out at least. Anyone in the infirmary? Oh, yeah! They said Millen was in here. Right. Hello, Milan.
Hard. What are you doing here?
Check how you feel.
I'm fine now, thank you. I think as soon as Wiki returns, she'll allow me to leave the infirmary.
May I ask what caused your collapse?
Your guess is as good as mine. Wiki didn't tell me.
Do you remember what happened yesterday before you had your breakdown at the evening ball?
Yes, I think I do. Why do you ask?
Did Elspeth tell you?
Tell me what? She appeared briefly and whispered something to Wiki, who then told me not to leave the room. I see, so you're in the dark. Right, what's wrong with you? Something happened?
The home Neanderthal was found dead in Ilmanin's room.
What did you just say? She was murdered. Hey, please stop with these silly jokes. That's not funny.
I have not come here to tell bad jokes. It's the truth.
What about Ilmarin?
He's the main suspect at the moment because his room door was locked when the body was found. And what a mess. Him of all people? I thought he was a good guy. I still think he is. That's why I'm investigating. Wanna check it? Alright, drink some water. Good. Alright. You're not just a lawyer for show. Is there anything you could tell me about this case? I wish I could help you, my man. But I was either asleep or under wiki supervision in this infirmary. I haven't seen or heard anything. Is there anything I can help you with regarding Martin's situation? No hints available. Nope. I don't have anything in particular to talk about yet, but I might come back. Alright, well, he's here. Toilet's locked. Who clogged up the shitter? You. Hey, Seth, I got a minute? Sure, what do you want to ask about? I'm just checking a few things here and there about this murder case because I'm kind of curious about it. It's so hard to believe that It's still hard to believe that Elmarin could do such a thing. Did he hide his dark heart from us until it burst and unleashed its bloodlust on the unsuspecting woman? I doubt it. I have reason to believe that he was framed by the real killer. Wait, really? Yep. That's why I'm using my time to snoop around. This is a relief. But who's the real culprit? I don't know yet, but that's why I'm here. I'm worried about your well-being, that you might fall victim to the real culprit's schemes. If Elmarin's being framed, that's unlikely. After all, he's currently in custody, or am I wrong? The real culprit will reveal himself if there was another murder. Nevertheless, I just wanted to make sure that nothing bad happens to you. That's a very kind thought. I'm glad to have you as a friend. Is there anything I can help you with? I don't know. There it is! Do you recognize this key? The victim was holding it. It's a room key, but it's not mine. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you about it. That's okay, I just wondered if you were missing yours. Darn.
Hey, Perry, this has been a hell of a morning.
Indeed, Sasha.
Can't believe this is real. Ilmarin is a murderer? That's outrageous.
Sasha, there is no time to look down at your feet. I'm going to need your help.
Sure, for what?
I'm going to prove that Ilmarin's innocent.
Okay, Al. Wait, what? You're taking over his case? I don't want to sound rude, but this looks like a crystal clear case that only he can be the culprit.
Exactly my thought, and that's why I want to help him. In times of need, when the whole world is conspiring against you, there's only the world's best lawyer to help you out.
But that usually comes at a high price. I'm not sure if I'd rather be in jail or completely broke.
But if I judge him on the usual rate, he gets a little discount. Anyway, enough about that. Time is short.
Right, so what are you up to?
I need all the help I can get to prove that Ilmarin is not the person who murdered Wilhelmine Anderson.
I thought so, but I'm not a magician. All I can legally do is check some stains and dust for fingerprints.
And what about your other abilities? The usual rates? Half up front, half after Ilmarin gets his acquittal.
Perhaps that can be arranged.
What? When you get your fingerprinting tools ready, I'll see what board game we should play next.
Good idea. See you soon.
And into the lounge we go. This looks like a great game for today, but I also like the Bond game we tried before. After all, these game pieces are really well made. Guess we should play that one again. I finished what I want to do. Now let's go back to Sasha. Oh, hey!
Greetings, fine gentlemen.
Hello, Namaris. If I may comment on your performance, the music blew me away. You've definitely won a new fan.
Thank you. Namaris is honored. It has come to my attention that you've volunteered to be my next guest.
Your next guest? For what?
For the 66 Who's the Copycat show. Don't tell Namaris you've never seen episode. It's second only to Murder Hotel in popularity.
I haven't watched TV in a while, so no. So please don't take this the wrong way.
Fear not, Namaris never misunderstands. 33 minutes have passed, I will fetch the Frenchman and explain rules. Oh, and please act naturally. No need to get nervous in front of audience.
Nothing to worry about. Staying calm with all eyes on me is one of my greatest strengths.
Great, Namaris looks forward to your performance.
Hey, can you give me a clue as to who the imposter is?
Namaris is sorry, is not allowed to accept bribes today. This is a very special event.
I wasn't planning on bribing you just yet, but I understand your situation. What about these eerily-looking plush dolls on the table? Are they yours?
I borrowed them from Doll Collector.
Double Road Dog, welcome, how you doing?
I'll help you find out the imposter. When you find a clue to eventually eliminate the person, a yellow checkmark appears. When all clues are found, you can announce that you have solved the riddle. You still have to give reasons for each person, but it is a good help.
I understand. At least this makes my life a little bit easier. What does the Himney puppet really have to have blood on it?
This is a special feature implemented by Doll Collector. Don't ask.
How's the murder mystery? Good. I am now French.
Now, want to start the show early?
No. Not yet. I still have a few things to figure out.
I understand. Please come back when you're ready. It's like, yeah, I'm not even remotely close to ready. Not even close.
You. Hello, Roberto. Mr. Pegord, what brings you here? Well, I'm just checking out some facts about the murder. Why am I not surprised? On the surface, the murder could only be a man, since his room was locked from the inside. But something tells me that the solution to this crime will not be so easy. That's why I'm snooping around.
I see. From what I've heard about the investigation, the late Miss Martin was found on his bed?
Exactly.
If you ask me, someone is trying to frame the poor guy.
Just my thought, Roberto.
That's why you decide to investigate on your own? I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries, but can you even afford to pay for your services?
You might be able to earn enough if he manages to repair his crashed blade and then sell it. Roberto, something strange. You just suggested that someone is trying to pin the blame on your Martin.
Yeah, so what?
You're awfully calm for someone who suspects that the real murderer is still at large.
You might be right, but there's a good reason. I doubt there'll be any more murders. If another person dies now, to cast doubt on Milmard's guilt, because he'd most likely have an alibi for a possible second crime.
Old and analytical as always.
On top of that, there's a Nordic noir agent and now one of the best lawyers in the world on the case. If you two can't catch the real culprit, I don't know what to believe in anymore. By the way, is there any reason you're checking out the bar?
Yes, here's why.
Nope. Maybe I'm just not smart enough. Nope. Okay. Worth a shot. Go back to Sasha.
Sasha, I see you've already brought your equipment with you.
A good private eye is always prepared.
By the way, do you remember the board game we played when Ilmarin first joined us? I actually took a board piece with me and found it in my pocket.
Oh, careless of you. Shall I return it?
Yes, that would be greatly appreciated.
I'll be right back. Rod, can you believe it? The red board you gave me was not part of the game we played. The red player only has 8 boards, and were already in the box, so you must have taken it from another game.
My, how careless of me, you are right.
No worries, I put it back where it belongs.
I hope I didn't waste your valuable time.
No worries. Time is money, and the amount of time that I received is acceptable.
And I have received information that you are the real deal. No imposter could possibly imitate that side of you as well.
So, Barry, do you have the potential murder weapon?
Nah.
Worth a shot, but no. What are you up to?
Hello, Ismail.
Oh, hey, Gerard. Hey, Jared. Jared. What's up?
Might need your help. I'm checking the facts about the murder. Should have guessed that. I'm not gonna help you get a murderer out of jail, even if it's our buddy Marin. Hey, it's not that I really think it was him or anything, it's just that... Don't worry about it. I swore I'd never help a real murderer again after that disaster of a case. But you never really know beforehand, right? Indeed. But I've developed a good nose. I believe in Marin's innocence.
Well, do you have more than your nose to back up your belief?
I might. There's a lead to another possible culprit that I'm currently following. Care to share? Well, I have nothing solid yet, just some breadcrumbs. Let's just say that something about Elspeth's words and actions seem a little fishy to me. Especially the fact that she unlocked Marin's door.
When Elspeth rushed into my room to tell me that Marin had murdered someone, I thought she'd finally gone mad. When I actually saw the body, I took it all back. It was an unpleasant sight. So what about Elspeth? What's the problem with her unlocking Marin's door?
Well, you really can't tell for yourself?
Well, you're the lawyer, not me.
It's the fact that she unlocked the door to his room in the first place. I asked her what the reason was, and she could not tell me.
Ah, I see. That's a bit suspicious, of course. So what could be her reason?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Something must have really bothered her. Something she doesn't want to tell me, even though it might help us get to the truth behind this murder. Which brings me to my next question. I'd like to ask you what you did yesterday after the charade session.
Excuse me? What's that got to do with anything?
I'm trying to find out what everyone was doing to see if anyone is hiding anything important.
Are you saying you suspect me of all people?
No, au contraire. You see, I need to know what the others have said about themselves is true. I trust your word more than theirs. So if you tell me everything from your perspective, I might find a hole in one of the other guests' statements.
Fine. If you put it that way, but let me tell you straight, I did not interact with Elspeth all that evening.
That's okay. I suspect there's a third person involved in all of this.
Where do I start? Ah, yes. So, right after charade session ended, I was looking for a board game to play next.
Hello.
Oh, Miss Bigowitz, what a rare sight. What brings you here?
Well, I'm bored. You're Mr. Osmonoglu, right?
You can call me Ishmael, I ain't being formal.
Me too. Christina's fine.
Sorry to bring this up, but you got really heated today.
Got a problem with that?
Yes, I do.
Learn to be a good loser is an important skill. You have to work on that. Huh. Well, I just hate losing. And secondly, it wasn't a game that annoyed me, it was Millen's complicated thinking.
You'd be quite complicated, true. Well, since you're here, do you want to play something?
Oh, you mean just the two of us?
Yes, maybe chess?
Please, no. Chess is for nerds. Too complicated.
It's like how to go trying to convict the Dreamwalker chick.
Oh yeah, what good?
It's like we basically were able to win while also making sure Clara didn't get dragged to hell. So it all worked out good. Well, do you have a suggestion?
Not really. I don't play board games very often. Usually only with Mimi, but I don't see her that often.
Well, what do you do in your spare time?
Promise not to laugh.
Why'd I laugh? Is it a weird hobby you have?
I like making videos and sharing them with the world, and it also gives me some extra income.
You mean videos of yourself?
Me? No. I'm talking about animal videos. My mom owns a barn. My usual victim is Tessa, my pet chicken. People often ask me on the internet how she's doing.
You have a pet chicken? That sounds cool.
We also have a lot of cats. I usually get the most clicks when I post videos about them. My most viewed video, though, is the one about a beaver I happened to meet on the street. Unfortunately, it's been demonetized because I used some profanity to get the beaver's attention. Probably not my best idea.
Still, I think it's a nice hobby.
Thank you. You're the first guy to ask me about it.
Really?
Yeah. You see, when I talk to men, they just give me hollow compliments about my looks and ask if I'm free tonight. Or even worse, they ignore me completely and just want to know more about my sister.
No wonder you're always so grubby when Elmarin's around.
How about we play a round of Batch 5 dice? What do you think? Oh, I know that one. Nobody can beat me at this game. I'm a pro.
Perfect.
Isabel, there you are.
Hey, Sarah, what's up?
Hello.
Oh my, greeting, Miss Bigowitz. Am I interrupting something important? Nope, we were both bored and decided to play Batch 5 dice.
I see.
We're about to start. Would you like to join us, Sarah?
I accept your invitation. I'll be the punishment for the loser. Punishment? What are you talking about? Don't scare Christina like that. We're just playing for fun. I understand. Miss Christina must be afraid of losing to me. Afraid? Of what? Why do you be scared? I don't mind if the loser's not punished. Hey, what are you talking about? I'm not scared. Go ahead, as if I'm gonna lose a game of dice. In that case, how about the loser gets a tickle attack? Tickle attack? That doesn't sound too scary. Famous last words. Anyway, you two ready? I'd like to start. Stop right there. Oh, why you grab my arm? Hey! Look at this Isabel. She used 2 fingers under the cup to make sure the dice landed on a 6. She was trying to cheat her way to victory. Oh, that's a bad foul. What are you talking about? It was an accident, I swear. You cannot fool me. I used to cheat like that in the past and know how this trick works. I think it's only fair that the cheater receives the loser's punishment, right? No, Isabel, stop her. I didn't do anything wrong. Sorry, but cheaters get what they deserve. She's all yours, Sarah. Tickle, tickle. Stop that, don't tickle me. I'm not there anyway, but there. Ha 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 ha. Tell me what I want to hear. I admit it, I cheated. I'm a bad girl. Please stop. I can't catch my breath from laughing. I hope you learned your lesson. No more cheating, I promise. Just for your information, the loser gets the same punishment, even if it happens to be you again. What? Yes, we have to go to the bathroom. It'll take me hours, so don't wait for me. Bye-bye. She gotta poop. Well done. She'll never set foot in the lounge again. I was actually holding back. Anyway, I think we should stop for now. You sure? I'm in the last place now that Miss Mikowitz is gone. I promise not to run away like her. Oh, this is fine. No need to prolong this. These games are boring anyway. We talked a little longer until 7 p.m. That was when we all gathered at the dining room and heard about the ball. Then Sasha, Sarah, and I left for another board game session while you told us you were busy. What was so important that you could not join us for our game? Oh, I have that answer. Listen carefully. I gave Elspeth a crash course in ballroom dancing. Crash course? Perhaps Marin would have been a better teacher. Sorry, that was a silly joke. He's okay. Let's move on to the last part, the ball. Anything that struck you as out of the ordinary? To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention. Christina kept me busy most of the time. Why was that? Have you forgotten she was my dance partner? I haven't. You two were indeed an odd couple. She's constantly switching between forcing herself to be nice and being her usual self. At the end of the ball, she even gave me a kiss on the cheek. Only but followed by her saying, "Don't get any funny ideas," as if I had any interest in a crazy woman like her. Ho ho ho! I guess she's what some people would call a tsundere. Jeez, Jared, you watch too many of these Eastern cartoons. I have one more question. Why did you two leave? I think Christina left the ball around 12:45 and I stayed around 1:30. I see. Did one of you take a bathroom break? Christina did. She left briefly while Sarah invited me to dance with her for a round. I think it was from 11 to 11:15. Thank you, Ismail. That was very helpful. No problem, but I'm a little surprised. You didn't ask me if I had an alibi for the time of the murder. Well, do you? Did someone spend the night with you? No, I went straight to bed all alone. I thought so. Now, did you get any new information for my testimony? Well, sort of. Have to get Martin out of this mess? I have to say, this case might be one of the most difficult to solve. Especially considering that my client's currently sleeping on Wiki's lap. What? Why is that? He had another breakdown. That's the main reason why I'm investigating for him. Talk about bad luck. In that case, does he even have a real chance of getting an acquittal? I believe so. I'm sure he's not a murderer, and I'm going to prove it. You say you're sure, but what if he actually killed her? Even then, there's a way. Just wait. I don't have anything for that. Not yet. But he did give me a bunch of new information. Who remembers the time someone went to the restroom? Yeah, right? It's like, boy, she took a 15-minute shit. Oh, you look kind of tired. That's because I am. Imagine working an exhausting night shift only to be woken up in the morning by someone telling you that a guest been murdered. Not a very pleasant experience, I have to admit. When did you go to bed? Kind of hard to say. I washed the dishes, rearranged a new stash of food that Namaris brought over until about 4 in the morning. I don't usually stay up that late, but I can't sleep knowing that there's still work to be done. Speaking of which, I'm a little late for breakfast. Can you help me, Gerard? I wish I could, but I'm on a time-sensitive mission right now. I know you're busy, but can you quickly give me the details of last night from your perspective? Anything that might be related to the murder? I haven't talked that much with Mr. Hull or Miss Anderson that day. It'd be hard to believe, Mr. Hull has seemed to be a kind and bright man. What would drive him then in another person's life? That's what I'm trying to find out. And you should talk to him instead. I can't, he lost consciousness again. Besides, I'm pretty sure he doesn't remember anything that happened yesterday. Oh, sounds like he's stuck in a complicated mess. I believe he is innocent, that's why I need your help. So please tell me about yesterday from your point of view. Any detail could help this case. I doubt I could help you, but I could try. Where do I start? Probably after charade session, since I was mostly busy preparing dinner. Right, Miss Hagen invited me to the kitchen at around 7:15. She looked a little down in the dumps and wanted me to give her some advice. What kind of advice? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say. Let's just say something happened at the bar that made her a little upset. Maybe you should talk to Roberto about that. He must have witnessed what happened here. Oh, okay, I gotta go back to Roberto. Not just Roberto, I was there too. I see, I will ask him. What about the rest of the evening? As you know, I was busy preparing food for all of our guests, including those from the other side. Alice was kind enough to help me transport the food to the ballroom even though her shift was over. When I was done with the food, I sat down at the ball to enjoy the show. But then Miss Sarah Angel came up to me and asked me for a dance. How curious, did you accept? I did, though I fear that might have been a mistake. Because after our little dance was over, all the other female guests I was so present asked me to swing my dance legs. I felt that I opened Pandora's box, so I declined all further requests. Why would you say that? Well, I just hope my wife doesn't find out about it. She can get very jealous when I'm around other women, even though my heart beats only for her. Where was I? Right, except for the one dance with Miss Sarah Angel, I was just enjoying the music and the vibes. And when the ball was over at 2 a.m., I collected the dirty dishes and took them back to the kitchen. Then, when I was busy cleaning up until 4 a.m., when I could finally go to bed. I see. So, you were alone from 2 a.m. until we found Wilhelmina's body at 8 a.m.? Well, yes, but again, I had nothing to do with the murder. Now, please excuse me, I need to finish making breakfast. Of course. I'll be on my way then. It has a 1 there. I'm like, what do you mean 1? Maybe I have to come back later. Like 1 parentheses. But he gave me something important, so I gotta go to Roberto. That is 1. Remember what Amar and I were talking about at the bar yesterday? Mamma mia! I wish I didn't. It was quite silly. In that case, could you please tell me what it was about? For what reason? I was trying to construct the day and want to make sure I didn't miss anything important. Well, if it's not important to you. You were at the bar from 17 o'clock, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and the bar and joined us briefly around 5:30. And we get a CG. I love it. The two of you sat down on the right and ordered some burning castle on ice. That's right. And then the two of you started talking. The subject was his past, and then it was about Miss Hagen. Oh, by coincidence, entered the bar just a moment after you two had finished talking about her, around 5:45 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. As far as I remember, you teased them on about telling her this story. Do I really have to go into details? Don't force yourself. I'm convinced you remember. And like I said to the other person, oh, I beg your pardon. The man has sudden amnesia. He doesn't remember being at the bar with me. He was probably drugged or hit on the head by this real killer. Amnesia? Yes. He doesn't even remember how Wilhelmina ended up in his room. Where is he now? Lying in his room, taking some rest. Wiki's watching over him. Strange. I remember Miss Lupita also muttering something about someone having amnesia. But she was kind of drunk, so her words didn't make any sense. I'm going to Lupita next. Miss Lupita, you say? I guess I should confront her about that. By the way, can I ask you about your alibi? It's just routine. Of course, as if I've ever stooped to such a heinous act. I suppose the murder just happened sometime around midnight? Indeed. I was busy at the ball until it ended at 2 in the morning, and then I had a little talk with Mr. Holmes. He helped me return all the bottles in the bar. Must have been from 2 to 3. When we were done, I thanked him sincerely, and we both went to our rooms. Very interesting. Thank you very much. I think that's all the questions for now. If you excuse me, I'll take my leave.
Gerard, wait.
Yes, something wrong?
Could you bring Mr. Holla an onion from the storage room?
What? An onion?
They are rich in sulfur, which helps against memory loss.
That was a joke, right?
Indeed it was. A simple onion would not change anything. Speaking of which, I think you said you were about to leave.
Exactly. Thank you, Roberto.
There's nothing to thank me for.
Just why did he mention that I should bring Ma an onion? Is this a secret message? Maybe I should bring Ma one just out of curiosity. 97 something that proves you're the real Roberto.
Worth a shot. I was like, how about this one? Nope. Okay. Alright, now I'll go to the storage room.
I think they mean in the kitchen? Well, this is the pantry. Oh, would it be possible for me to take an onion from the pantry?
An onion? What for?
It's for Amar. It might help him with his memory loss.
Well, it sounds very far-fetched.
Why does Amar have memory loss anyway?
Oh, I don't have that yet.
I don't know yet.
Boss told me that I can't give away any my vegetables without a good reason, so you have to figure it out first. Yeah, I'll be back. Let me go to Lupita first.
Lupita! Lupita. Actually, maybe I should go down here first. See if there's anything down here, even if it's just a card. So there's like a mimic entity in this level? Yeah, there's an imposter, so I gotta find them. On top of proving Ilmarnin's innocence, so... quite a bit going on. There might not be anything in here. Nope, there's nothing in here. Well, I figured it was worth checking, even if there was a chance of a card being in here or something. Blow my nose. Okay. Let's try. I think she's on the first floor. Other side. There we go. Listen to me. Yesterday you mentioned to Roberto that someone has amnesia, and by some strange happenstance, my friend Ilmarin is also suffering from memory loss. He was probably drugged. Coincidence? I think not. What did you just say? You heard me right the first time, Miss Lupita. So, do you know more about this? Curse you, damn alcohol. Was I really so careless as to leak this information? Seemingly, yes. So, Miss Lupita, would you mind telling me what you know? Promise to stop bothering me after I tell you? Yes, I'll leave as soon as you're finished. Step inside. Let's talk in private for a moment. Sorry for the mess. Don't bother. Please begin your testimony. What do you know about this strange case of amnesia? Before I start, do you know about my relationship with Mr. Dijkstra? Do you mean that you work together? Or that you're secretly lovers? Wipe that grin off your face. Milon is a kind and gentle man, unlike my husband. There's nothing wrong with exchanging a few pleasantries. Forgive me, but I was under the impression that you were already divorced. My husband contacted you then, right? I can't blame him. He told me he had the best lawyer in the world and I should just leave our assets to him. However, the next day he said that going to court would drain both of our bank accounts and that we should just settle everything privately. Do you want to know why? It's because I gave him an outrageous cost proposal. That's my way of turning down a case. Divorces just aren't my thing. There's no thrill. Well, then I thank you properly for solving this problem for me. Unfortunately, it didn't fix the heartache that this breakup caused me. Every day I would see him hanging out with those stupid and young bears in our house. In other words, you're still Miss Guadalupe Folguero's sons? I'm just Lupita in this hotel. Don't tell anyone or I'll sue you. Not that I really care, but my lips are sealed. Besides, I think we got off topic. Right, about Milon. I was extremely worried when he collapsed at the ball, and I cried a lot more than I should have. What's his condition? Is he okay? Vicky's been taking care of him. Apparently he's still resting in the infirmary. I guess I should visit him as soon as I sober up. What about the amnesia? Ah, right. Since I already actually told Mr. Alieri, I might as well tell you. After this arranged session, yesterday around 5 o'clock, we were about to go to the bar. But then Milon suddenly changed his mind and suggested that we should head to my room instead. There, he told me that he doesn't remember how he got to the hotel. He suspects that he was drugged. He also told Ilmarin about this, apparently because it's impossible for him to be the one who drugged Milon. Milon doesn't remember how he got here? How bizarre. There's more weird stuff going on in this hotel than I thought. If it really is a drug, then it's most likely that Miss Hagen is behind it all. I somehow doubt it. She's a Nordic Noir agent. What? She showed us her ID card not too long ago. She's another undercover agent. I doubt she'd do something as despicable as erasing the memories of 2 innocent civilians. Well, she could have used it to keep her disguise in case someone found out, right? What if either Mr. District or Mr. Hulla were drugged and their amnesia was caused by something else? Maybe it's caused by trauma, either a blow to the head or an experience that the brain wants to forget? Would be. But in the end, I'll need conclusive evidence to solve that mystery. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for telling me. Just one more thing, Miss Lupita. What is it? Would you mind telling me your alibi? Where were you from the time Miss Anderson left the ball until now? Mr. Perigord, I was completely drunk. How could I have committed murder in that state? Are there any witnesses? Very well, I was at the evening ball until 2 a.m. when it ended. I danced with Mr. Holmes and had fun. Roberto could also account for it. I was constantly ordering drinks from him. And then what after the ball? Miss Sarah Jill helped me up to my room because I had trouble walking straight. Then I dropped into my bed and fell asleep very quickly. Were you alone? Please don't tell me that Sarah spent the night in your room. No, but Koro cuddled with me. Koro, who's that? I'll show you, but don't laugh. Oh, she's got a little teddy bear. Aww. He's my companion. Oh, he's a little teddy bear? Ella gave him to me for my birthday. Koro was with me the whole night. Too bad the teddy bears don't talk in this murder mystery. Maybe in the sequel. Well, I think that was all. Can you please leave now? Yes, of course. Thank you for your time. Let's see if Sir Angel can confirm that she helped Lupita get to her room. I guess I'm going to Sir Angel next. She's over here. Yep. There it is. Miss Lupita mentioned that you helped her get to her room after the ball. Is that true? Yeah, she was very tipsy and hard on her feet, so I offered to escort her since our rooms were close by. Can you believe give me the details? For example, when did this happen and what words were exchanged? I don't remember the exact time, but I guess it was between 2 and 2:15, just after the ball ended. She talked a lot, but her words made no sense. Though I could understand a few things she said, like how much she enjoyed the evening and how much she worried about Mr. I will never say this name right. Diskra. I see, so you were with her. Yes, indeed. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I also have to ask about your whereabouts. Don't worry, I understand that this is the part of your work where you have to put your feelings aside. Thank you for understanding. Now please reconstruct your evening. What did you do? Well, I went to the evening ball like everyone else. We even danced together, Gerard. I certainly remember that, although I think I saw you dancing with some other people. Yes, I did. In the course of the evening, I asked everyone for a dance. Everyone? Yes, that includes Aldura, Namaris, Process, and Gasfigure. Unfortunately, those four declined my request. Didn't you give Anna that big lecture about monogamy the other day? Oh, my goal was not to charm as many people as possible. Just between you and me, I got to dance with the person my heart longs for right now. But no one knows who it was because I hid it by asking everyone to dance. Hiding a tree in a forest, I see. Finding out who your crush is another mystery I'll have to solve. Gerard, you fiend. Don't worry, I'm just kidding. Or maybe not. Tell me, is it Christina? Gerard, I am not answering to that. Why would you think that? And I caught you looking at her a few times during the ball. She simply has a very eye-catching color scheme. It's all the evidence you have up your sleeve. Apart from that, it was Wiki's guess. I hope you don't mind that I asked her while I was dancing with her. Oh, I see. Miss Hagen can be very observant. I still cannot believe that she hid her true identity so cleverly. Too bad she was too busy taking care of Villa after his breakdown. I really wanted to dance with her a second time. Okay, so to recap, you were in the evening ball from 8 p.m. until it ended at 2 a.m. and you were with Miss Pita until 2:15 a.m. Which means you have an alibi until 2:50, assuming you were alone after that. Oh, I know that smile. What were you hiding from me, Miss? What ya didn't, Sir Angel Borgi Kitchen? Nothing. I don't think I have anything, do I? I think so. Someone you really should tell me. It'll help me clear you of any suspicion. The lawyer, I say nothing. Fine, I'll find out on my own. Yeah, I don't think I have that information yet. Who do I go to now? Yeah. I think I'm making good progress, though, all things considered. I'm just thinking, maybe I should go back to Hagen? Wiki? Catch up with her? Or I could talk to Holmes, maybe. Didn't I already pick that before? I might have picked that already before, so let me go back to Wiki. I haven't talked to her in a while. She might give me something new. Wait, no, I had it. That wrong button. We were at the bar. I hooked up with Roberto at the bar during the time in question. Ilman joined us around 5:30 and stayed for a while because he wanted to spend some time with me. If I'm not mistaken, I remember you also paid us a brief visit around 5:45? Yes, I did. After you two left at 6 p.m., I stayed at the bar until the dinner meeting at 7 p.m. Sounds reasonable what you've told me so far. Well, Miss Hagen, now it's your turn. Would you like to remodel the day from your point of view? There's not much to tell. Martin and I were in his room until about 5:15. What did you do in his room? Well, nothing special. I gave him a nice back rub because he helped me out with a little problem. Did the two of you do anything else noteworthy? Nah, we just chilled. After that, we left his room together. We left his room together when the hotelier called us. And Martin and I went our separate ways. We met again briefly at the bar, as you mentioned, around 5:45. But Martin avoided talking to me. Calmed myself down, I decided to visit Uwe in the kitchen at 6 p.m. and stayed there until 9 p.m. Or 7 p.m. Okay, so far so good. I think we should move on to the next part. Alright. Well, I was with Elspeth from 7:15 until 8 o'clock. And of course, Elspeth was with me. At her request, I showed her the most common dance patterns and how to perform them. I see, so you two were practicing. But what about 19 and 19:15? So 7:15. Oh, right, I forgot to mention that, but since everyone was there, I didn't think it was necessary. The hotelier called us. That's when we all found out that there was going to be a ball. From 7 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. Everyone attended this meeting. Then, I went to practice with Elspeth. Sounds good. And what did you do in the meantime? I was in my room sharing a little snack with Marin. What kind of snack? You mean food? Yes, of course, I made a fish dish called Soul over Goodham while I was in the kitchen. Uwe helped me a little bit. Trying to win Marin's heart through the stomach. That was Uwe's idea. After all, he told me tonight's dinner would be delayed until the evening ball started. Oh, I need to go back to Uwe because I think I have a reason to get the onion. Very thoughtful of you. How did Marin react? Oh, he loved it. I don't think I made enough. He did buy me a ear afterwards. I think he wanted to eat me next. Sorry, got the last sentence for the record. No, that's actually a very important sentence, Miss Hagen. So, what, you two can officially be considered a date? Yeah, I think it went pretty well. But what do I know? It's my first date ever, so I have no basis for comparison. Hey, no one's born perfect, right? Or something wrong? Yes, if you two really had a date that went pretty well, do you really think Martin would cheat on you so quickly in the same night? Well, I mean, it's possible. We don't know how he is, right? On top of that, Wilhelmine is a bog witch. She knows exactly which buttons to push to seduce whoever she wants. After all, she had almost unlimited access to manipulate him during the 2 hours they danced together. Well, enough about her. Let's get back to our little game. Right. Okay, who was your designated dance partner? Well, I'm not sure myself, but I heard you were dancing with a charming lawyer from France. Charming, more like cocky. But you're right. It was just a quick trick question. How long did you stay at the ball? I'm not sure. It was sometime after you left because it got pretty boring. Considering you saw Wilhelmine and Marin meeting in front of his room, it must be close to midnight. That could be. You see Wilhelmine carrying anything out of the ordinary? Not really. She just had her small handbag. I see. Maybe I should check what's in it. Wait, you haven't done that yet? Well, I was mostly concerned with Marin's well-being. But you're right. I should have done it sooner. Let's see. Oh. Vicky, what's happened to your face? I found a package with several thingies. What thingies? Air balloons. Oh. Yeah, she found some, balloons. Wonk wonk. Ah, now I understand. What about some illegal amnesia drugs or maybe a potential murder weapon? Like the Smith & Wesson .38 revolver? So Wilhelmine really did bring her gun to the meeting. Interesting. Would you look at that? 1 bullet's missing. How curious. Alright, so I gotta go back to, Sasha. I guess we should be on the lookout. Perhaps the culprit was shot and is currently carrying the bullet in his body. Good luck with that theory. Vicky, can I borrow this weapon for a while? I'd like to have a look at it just in case there's a stray bullet somewhere. Well, under any other circumstances, I'd say no, but since I know you have a license to carry a gun, it can't hurt. Take it. Thank you. Vicky, have you been shot and are you hiding the bullet in your body? Not me. No. What? Shall I undress to prove it? No need to. I have a metal detector in my suitcase just in case. You carry a metal detector with you? Of course, it brings bad comment to all German prosecutors. Wait, it's gone? Well then, who the hell took my metal detector? Well, sucks to be you. Guess we have to get undressed to prove we weren't shot. I mean, I don't have a problem with it as long as you keep your underwear on. I was not planning on taking that off. Let's just get this over with before mine makes up at a very comedic time. They're just checking for bullet holes, people. It's fine. We faded to black. We're okay. I guess we are in the clear. Mine's also the clear. I've already checked the whole body for wounds. There's none. So neither you, me, nor Marin have been shot. Noted. Not that it really matters. After all, I have an alibi. I was alone with Millen in the infirmary all night until Elspeth told me there was a body. Were you? I don't think I have an alibi. Or contradiction. I see, I guess we're done for the day. I'm gonna take my time to crush the very obvious lie you just told me. But no, that gave me a lot of, evidence. So I will take this gun. I'm gonna go give it to Sasha. Here, this is Valhelmide's gun. I strongly suspect that this is the murder weapon.
Oh, that gun again. Almost feels like meeting an old friend.
Could you please use your forensic device to check if there are any fingerprints on it?
Sure, shouldn't take too long. I'm done, and I guess I should start with the good news. I was able to identify 2 different fingerprints that are complete enough to make a comparison.
That's great to hear.
The bad news is that I completely forgot to ask you for a sample to compare these fingerprints to.
Alright, you obviously don't know what everyone's fingerprints look like.
Fortunately, a certain prime suspect was playing the rare and obscure deer game yesterday. Good idea. I should be able to compare the prints on the gun with those on the deer figurines. Be right back. I'm pretty sure they match. Ilmarn's prints are on the gun. That's not what I wanted to hear. Well, luckily it's only us two who know about it. Do you want me to wipe off those particular prints?
I give a clue. Doesn't feel right, though. No. Well, if it may help my case, I believe that withholding evidence may hurt the search for truth in the long run. We have to accept the fact that Ilmarn's fingerprints are on the gun.
Then I will not tamper with it.
Either way, what about the other fingerprint?
It must be Miss Anderson's.
Doesn't she always wear gloves?
Does she?
Yes. I can see your corpse wearing them as she lay in Marn's bed.
Don't tell me you never noticed. No, not really. Usually it's her eyes that draw my attention. But you're right. We should figure out whose fingers belong to the other prints.
There's a good chance they'll lead us to the real culprit.
Speaking of which, do you have anyone in mind?
I do, but it's just a gut feeling.
Well, before I could do my magic, I need to know who and why.
I'll fill you in later. First, I need to ask you something else. Would you mind reconstructing the hours leading up to the murder?
That's an unusual request, but alright, I have nothing to hide. As you know, I took a nap after the charade session. That was until 7 p.m. when we were all called to the dining room. After that, I hung out with Sarah and Isabel in the lounge until the ball started. As for the ball, you saw me until you left. I was there until 2 a.m. when it ended.
And then?
Perry, do you suspect me?
No, there's another alibi I'd like to check.
Which one? No, wait, let me guess. It's about Sarah?
It might be. I heard she was busy with something past midnight.
I assure you, Sarah did nothing suspicious.
Oh, then what about the fact that she gave Lupita a hand to get to her room?
There, you saw how drunk Lupita was when you left the ball, right? Sarah was just trying to help. Lupita could barely stand her own 2 feet. So if you want to cast suspicion on Sarah's behavior, you have to tell me a different story. Darn.
I don't think I have anything else.
No.
Alright, I think I'm doing good, at the very least. Alright, so let me take my bathroom break, and we shall resume in a moment. BRB. Bye. returned. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm gonna go try and get an onion from away. Can I have an onion, please? Oh, that according to an expert in the field, Amaran's amnesia was most likely caused by trauma, either physical or mental. And onions are supposed to speed up the healing process for victims of memory loss. Really? I often eat pizza cipolla, and yet I always forget the anniversary date. Wasn't it for my daughter, Larissa, who always reminds me? Oh wait, this is not the time to make silly jokes. Yamane could be wrongly convicted of murder and only his locked memory could prove his innocence. Why is that a clue? So hand over that life-saving onion, s'il vous plaît. If it's really that important, you should have said so in the first place. I'll get you one right now. Here you go, a fresh, memory-restoring onion as ordered. Onion acquired. Thank you, I'll get it to Man as soon as possible. Alright, I think that's all I could get out of him. In fact, he has amnesia. He must have gone through something traumatic. Probably experienced it committing murder, if you ask me. If you really want to convince me, you have to try harder. Bleh. Yeah, I don't think I can finish the Angel unless I could talk to, Uwe. Yeah, I got an onion. A good onion. It's a tasty onion. Let's think, do I want to check back on anyone? I would talk to you in a minute. Ah, that wasted time. I'm wasting time. I need to stop that. Just checking to make sure. Alright, take the onion. Not you, You! How do I get Bar to eat the onion? Maybe I should have squeezed it into onion juice instead? Alright, what's that strange smell? Oh, don't mind me, I brought an onion for mine. What for? Onions have what as DBX craves. It's called sulfur. That's how it works. Sulfur helps prevent memory problems, not cure them. Still, I think Mom should take a bite or two. Gerard, what's this supposed to mean? A trustworthy friend of mine suggested that Marn take one after hearing that he can't remember what happened. That's stupid. How could bring a vegetable? Wait a minute. Bring a vegetable? I did the same thing in the past to tell Marn to check the storage room. Who told you that? That was Roberto. Better make sure this Roberto's the real Roberto. If you tell me how. Ask him about the last book I borrowed from the library. Only Marn and Roberto know about it. It's Death in Venice. Thank you for telling me. You can also leave the onion here. I'll force feed Marn as soon as he wakes up. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Alright, so should I just go straight back to Roberto? I probably should for a second. If nothing else, he might get something. This one. Well, you got it, you go. Alright, thanks for stopping by, road dog. Alright, Roberto, short pop quiz. Which book did Wiki last borrow from the library? I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but the book in question was Death in Venice. Yep, that's right. Which means you are the real Roberto here. Looks like I'm making good progress on my subtask. Obviously, I'm right. Keeping track of where each book is one of my most important tasks, especially when it comes to books of man. I'm not supposed to lend them out, but Wiki has shown that she knows the value of a good book. She has earned my respect in that regard. What's so special about these so-called books of man? I do not know. They are good, but nothing special. Would it be? You're onto something? This is a murder case. I think it's worth telling you. As much as I enjoy working with my boss, I'm afraid I will have to go against his interests. Even when I reported that little incident, I was told to keep quiet about it. What incident? Listen, Gerard, I will tell you this only once. Miss Anderson and Miss Mickey-Witz were snooping around in the basement yesterday. Really? What were they doing there? I'm not sure, but I suppose they were looking for something. It was around 7:45 p.m. just before the ball started. I noticed that by chance and waited a moment before revealing myself. Can't we please go? This place is really spooky. There's so many cobwebs. What if I touch a spider by chance? Don't tell me you're afraid of arachnoids. How is it those 8-legged monsters deserve to be exterminated? A world without spiders would be hard to live in. After all, they serve as a great pest control against harmful insects. You should appreciate that. Just watch out, a rat! Eek, where is it? Just kidding. Hey, wait, why did you pull out your gun? I was only joking. There's no rat. Play games with my heart. Why are you so afraid of them? Unlike spiders, rats are actually dangerous. Those little critters and their fleas were responsible for the Black Death and the spread of several other diseases. Come on, sis. We're not living in the Middle Ages anymore. Rats are cool. They're smart enough to learn how to drive miniature cars. Enough of that. I must concentrate on the task at hand. Still haven't found it? No, not yet. But I'm sure it's here somewhere. Excuse me, ladies. Oh, crap. Mr. Alieri? As you seem lost, may I escort you back to the main floor? You may. Please lead the way. Thank you, and please stay out of the basement. It is off limits to non-personnel. I am authorized to use force if this rule is broken, so please don't let me find you here again. Understood. You heard that Miss Anderson had a gun. Have you not been afraid of being shot? The thought had crossed my mind was important to keep order in the hotel. What were they looking for? I do not know, because I did not ask them. The only thing down in the basement is books, and none of them are exotic enough to warrant a robbery. And yet, based on your story, they were clearly looking for something in secret. I have a somewhat educated guess that she was looking for one of Man's books. But other than the hotelier not wanting to lend them, they have no particular value. And why do you think this is somehow connected to the murder? You'll see, it is possible that Miss Anderson continued her search after leaving the ball at 10 p.m. Since most of us were still busy attending the ball at the time, including myself. Interesting. That could be possible. Might be worthwhile to check her belongings as well as her room. If you find a book, please return it to me. This one question. Could one of those books be the motive for the murder? Not likely. The fact that they were stolen may have irritated me and probably the hotelier, but in no way could it be the main reason for the murder. Well, you found the book so secret that the hotelier was forced to end her life. Mr. Gasfinger would never dare to harm his guests. He's the best boss I've ever had. Yeah, I know it was a stupid idea. And yet, it is a possibility. Anyway, thanks for telling me. Alright. Now what do I do? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Okay, I found something interesting. Take a look at this. Yeah. Nope. Okay. I can't use that against her yet. Maybe later. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, my internet died for a second there, so... Domo Alofa Panda, welcome. And it's like, I was like, wait a minute, something seemed wrong, because I was gonna... it said OBS failed to connect, so I was like... I thought maybe it was something on, like, OBS or Twitch or something, and then I was like, wait, even YouTube's down, and it's like, oh, I disconnected. Like, no! But yeah, Domo Love Panda, right, I'm back. Yeah, so let me just say that I'm back. Refresh if you can't. See. There we go. It's like, apologies for the technical difficulties. You didn't really miss anything. I've just been running around trying to figure out what to do next. I think I need to go back to the infirmary. I don't know. What floor was the infirmary on? Yeah, I don't know what happened to my internet. I guess maybe something going on. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. I know for a fact that you have amnesia. What? Who told you? Lupita confessed to me after she accidentally mentioned it to Roberto. I knew it was a bad idea to tell her. Now too many people know. Don't be mad at Lupita. She's really worried about you. I know, I'm not mad. I'm just worried too. However, what was the train of thought you had? Why'd you bring up amnesia now? It might have something to do with the murder. How so? Ilmar doesn't remember anything from yesterday. What, really? Where is he now? I need to talk to him. Relax, he's in capable hands right now. What does that mean? He also had the breakdown not long ago, probably from all the stress. He's resting on Wiki's lap right now. There's a trial coming up and he can't do any research on his own. Which is the main reason why I'm running around asking questions. Sheesh, talk about bad timing. Oh, Milan, is there anything you could tell me? Anything that might help me defend his case? I wish I could help. Like say, as I told him about my own amnesia since he was the least likely person to have drugged me. And we also shared some theories about his first breakdown after eating Elspeth's muffin on his first day. In the end, he did tell me that the muffin had actually been poisoned. What? Poisoned? Did Wiki say he had adjured, whatever that means? Yes, she did, but it was apparently a cover-up lie. I really don't want to badmouth Wiki, after she stayed with me the whole night to protect me. What if she's the one behind the poisoning in the amnesia drug and she's trying to hide it? Considering that Wiki is an undercover Nordic noir agent, it would make more sense that she tried not to alert the culprit. She's a what? Oh, right, one more thing I should probably tell you. What the hell, am I trapped in a movie? What's going on in this hotel with secret agents and murderers roaming around? What I don't understand, though, is why the killer went after Valhelmine. Wasn't Elspeth his main target? After all, it was her muffin that was poisoned. Perhaps the culprit's target has changed. What might that be? I recall that Ilmarin first planned to have a rendezvous with Elspeth, but then ditched her for Valhelmine. Are you suggesting that the culprit in both cases was trying to eliminate Ilmarin's love interest? Maybe the real culprit could be a crazy stalker who wants to get rid of all the competition. Did I get anything good today? Yeah, I got gifts, I got video games, and I also got to go eat Chinese food with my dad, so I had a good day. Hope you had a good Christmas. You were both thinking about the same person, right? Christina. Wiki. Wait, what? Why Christina? Not to raise several objections, but I'm waiting to listen to your arguments. During the charade session, I noticed she kept glancing over at Ilmarin, even when I was talking to her. It's not unusual. She's just very protective of her sister. I thought so too at first. But if you ask me, she's completely infatuated with them. She bit her lip and seemed a bit nervous when I asked if something was wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if Sarah's secret crush shall end up being mine at this point. Well, if you say so. I would consider Christina murdering her beloved sister over a boy she hates as a possible theory. Good. If the murderer's goal was to get rid of Mon's current love interest, he should have killed Wiki instead. Wiki? Didn't you tell me you already dumped Elspeth for Helmine? And you ditched Helmine for Wiki. Or so I thought, because that was his plan. What a heartbreaker. And yet Helmine ended up in his bed while Wiki was busy looking after you. Okay, now it sounds like he's being a really big jerk. It does, and that's what bothers me so much about this case. For the official theory to make sense, Mon would have to be the worst kind of guy. A womanizer and a killer. A handsome guy with a rotten heart like Mr. Dorian Gray. Part of me refuses to believe that his true personality is that low. And thanks to what he told me in the bar, I continue to believe him. Must be very lucky to have a friend like you. Let me make a quick summary of what I've learned. Elspeth was supposed to be the killer's victim because her muffin was poisoned. Ploy failed, as Marn ended up stealing the muffin and eating it. But instead of trying to kill her again, the killer got rid of Helmine instead. Their connection is that Marn was romantically interested in both of them at different times. This connection would lead us to the theory that the killer as a crazy stalker had a crush on him. You would think it must be Christina, while I suspect that Wiki fits the bill better. Although both of our possible theories have several holes that need to be filled in order to really make sense. Did I miss anything? No, I think that covers everything. And I must thank you for your time. You were a great help. You're welcome. Oh, just one more thing. Since you're the least likely person to be the culprit, I'd like to share something with you. Can you keep a secret? Oh, yes, like Lupita, I know how to keep my mouth shut. So mysterious fact are you about to reveal? I secretly checked Wiki's agent documents while she was busy with Ilmar, and I came across an interesting document. It says that a doppelganger is hiding in the hotel, and that this doppelganger is probably stealing someone else's identity. Doppelganger? You mean like a perfect double? Apparently catching the doppelganger is our main reason for coming to this hotel in the first place. That sounds crazy. Totally crazy. I know for a fact that the Wiki who took care of you that night was the real one, but I'm not sure if the current Wiki is real or not. This doppelganger is pretending to be Wiki right now? Possibility, and I need to wait to find out if she's real or not. Otherwise, Ilmana could be in danger. Did Wiki tell you something last night that no one else knows? Maybe a funny story about herself or a less-known tale about Loki? We didn't talk that much. I was asleep most of the time. Sometimes she would hum some kind of tune and say that she would kill someone for a cup of coffee. Ah, right, there was something that could be useful to you. There was one time when she briefly left the infirmary. Wait a minute, she left the infirmary? Yes, it was late at night, probably around 3 a.m. She returned around 15 minutes. So she has no alibi for a short period of time. Only then, I woke up at 1 a.m. She could have left the infirmary before that and I wouldn't have noticed. You collapsed around 10 p.m. if I'm not mistaken? Yes. Considering that Wiki and Mon carried you to the infirmary, that was the last time anyone saw her. So now it's safe to say that Wiki has no alibi between 10:15 p.m. and 1 a.m. and between 3 a.m. and 3:15 a.m. Did she tell you why she left the infirmary? No, but there was something she wanted me to know. Millen, are you awake? Yeah, something wrong? No, I just need to leave for a moment. I'll be back soon. Please lock the door when I leave. Don't open the door one way no matter who knocks. When I come back, I'll knock 6 times and say the word Leding. If I say Glepnir, then keep the door closed and put something heavy in front of it so no one can break in. What? Why? Remember, we'll only open the door if I say Leding. Got it? Yeah, Leding it is. I'll be back soon. Interesting. Nothing special happened in the end. She came back, said Leding, so I opened the door for her. I wonder what those 2 words really meant. Anyway, you're a really big help. Much appreciated, Millen. You're welcome. Also, Gerard, before you go, ask Lupita what she calls me in private. If she answers Guapo, she's the real deal. I understand. I really wish I could help you catch this imposter, but I promised Wiki I would not leave the infirmary until she allowed it. Not worry, I feel more comfortable finding out on my own. I see. Good luck, Gerard. Thank you, Millen. Where to continue now, with Christina or Wiki? Well, with Wiki you got more solid facts, I think. Maybe. I don't know. We got a lot from that. Yeah, Christina's here. Objection! You say you hate him? Yeah, that's what I said. In that case, I have a very good theory as to what really happened to your sister. The real culprit is not Iman, but a crazy stalker who was after every woman he was interested in. And the stalker can't be anyone else. But you! Hey, what? Me? You're not just brainless, you have a negative brain. There have been several occasions where eyewitnesses have noticed your potential romantic interest in the suspect. And considering the only connection between the victim and another would-be victim is that Ilmarn liked them, it all leads to you being the real culprit in this case. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. Sounds so absurd, amateurish, and distasteful, I don't even know where to begin. How dare you even suggest that I would harm Mimi? I dare because I am a professional. And since you've shown your ability as an actress, there's also a basis to tear that aspect down. Who's to say that your love for your sister isn't fake like those tears you're crying right now? I do, you stupid idiot. I'll be joking your filthy words and die in your sleep. Instead of making baseless threats, how about refuting my theory the right way? Or at least tell me what you know about tonight. You're a heartless monster. You'll do anything in your power just to get the words out of the people you're talking to. It's the most efficient way. Fine, you win. First of all, I'm not a stalker. I have absolutely no interest in the crash pilot. Never have, never will. You have any proof of this for this statement? I'm thinking about it right now and I don't blush. You see? That should be proof enough. Let's ignore the topic for now. Can you tell me about yesterday? Like what? Anything you think of that has to do with the murder or has to do with your sister. Okay, where should I start? After the charade session, she went up to her room. I didn't see her again until dinner. Later on, you probably noticed that Mimi left the evening ball quite early, right? I think that was shortly after Millen's collapse. Right, I think it must have been around 10 p.m. Before she left, we had a little chat. Oh dear, I think this is a good time for a retreat. Retreat? Where are you going, Mimi? In my room. I feel a little sweaty. I could also sweat buckets if I spent the whole evening dancing with a crash pilot. He's not the problem, I assure you. In fact, I plan to spend some time with him later. Huh? And teach me how to pronounce some Finnish words. Wait, what? You're gonna learn Finnish this late at night? Yes, we'll meet in his room later tonight. I guess that would be a date. Maybe that's a stupid idea. You hardly know this guy. What if he's up to something bad, like, you know what? Men only care about one thing. This is a prejudice based on one bad experience. The worst that could happen is that it'll be boring. Yes. Don't worry about that. Instead, you should enjoy the ball. From what I've seen, you and Mr. Osmoglu seem to get along quite well. He's just my designated dance partner. Don't misinterpret things. Oh, well, let me date a non-Christian anyway. You know my opinion about your mother, so I will not comment on that. See you tomorrow, Chris, and try to have some fun as well. How could he, the dirty bastard, my poor sister? If process of Wiki had stopped me, there would have been a second murder case for you to solve. I know you feel it, but revenge is never the solution. So, lawyer guy, I told you what I know. You better find a real culprit if you think the crash pilot's innocent. Got it? No need to tell me how to do my job. I'm on it. Also, I found a flaw in your testimony that I should point out. Huh? A flaw? Don't be Velmini say, quote, the worst that could happen is that it'll be boring. Yes, and? Thought you might tell me. What's wrong with her saying that it's going to be boring? And they did have a date, so it should not be boring. Your point? Right, what's my point? Ready to go. If boredom was his only word, then which clues should make no sense at all. At least one person must have lied, that's the problem. Either you lied to me or the victim lied to you.
Oh, now you're also calling me a liar.
Not per se, there's something that bothers me. Back at the crime scene, Miss Hagen searched the victim's belongings at my request, and to my surprise, we found something unusual. Something that someone would not bring with them if their only concern was how much fun they were going to have that night. Yes, it was my idea. I told her to bring it just in case things escalate. Better to be safe than sorry. What? You're really good. I got to hand it to you.
Yeah, it's the gun.
The gun go poo-poo. Huh? Listen, you idiot. I don't want to be the honor of a mini crash pilot. Things usually better start growing up. And speaking of which, calm down. That's not what I meant. She brought something else. Her gun. Wait, what? Her gun? Is that the murder weapon? I don't know yet. There's something Miss Hagen will hopefully be able to answer soon. That's why would you go date with a guy if you don't feel safe enough without a gun? Exactly my thought. The important thing is that the gun was fired because one bullet seems to be missing. Wait a minute. I know exactly what you try to suggest. That crash pilot got in a fight with her, she pulled out her gun, and suddenly she got shot in self-defense? Is that your dirty plan to get the murderer off? What if it is? You human garbage. No need to get upset about my methods. You're the same filthy scum as the corporate politician of moneybags you work for. You're trying to free a murderer again. That was just once, and it's beside the point. Please concentrate on the facts. Wilhelmine must have brought her gun to the crime scene. Oh, what can you tell me about the weapon? Well, my sister brought it after that one ugly incident that put me in jail. I was really worried when she told me because guns are never a good idea. She once showed me her aim at a shooting range. She hits a target most of the time. She also offered to teach me how to use one, but I refused. I don't want to touch one. And that was that. We rarely talked about it after that. I don't even know that she brought her gun to the hotel. You didn't know she brought her gun, did I hear that right? That's what I said. Can you also tell me about your alibi? Alibi? I already told you. I'd never do anything to hurt my sister. Just a routine thing. Tell me what you did after midnight. Well, I stayed at the ball for quite a while. I don't remember how long, though. Maybe Ismail knows? He was with me most of the time. Anyway, after I left the ball, I went to my room and went to bed. And I was alone. I see. Thank you for your testimony. Oh, one more thing. I know it's probably a little late, but there's something on my mind that I want to get off my chest. I want to apologize for what happened when we first met in court. A little late for that, don't you think? You have no idea how much my sister suffered during that trial. Still, I understand now that my ways were wrong. I should have burdened her with false accusations just to protect my own client. Huh? What are you talking about? I needed to buy time to find out the real reason why my client couldn't have done it. Stop calling yourself your client. You were defending yourself. Yes, that's true. Huh? This was just a test to see if you were the real Christina. Why shouldn't I be real? Man, you don't make sense. Good luck rescuing the crash pilot in that state. Yeah, it's like, seems a little complicated. Yeah, there's an imposter, so we gotta make sure to avoid the imposter. I can't talk to Lupita. I might have a chance to talk to her later. Domo Zyfrox, welcome. Yeah, an imposter. But yeah, the developer did stop by, so they were able to see me play for a little bit. Of course, it was when the new guy appeared and I was struggling to figure out his accent. Hold it. The victim's sister made it very clear that the victim and my client had a date at midnight. They talked about it while we were playing charades, which must have been an hour before you arrived at the hotel. Yeah, it was cool seeing them stop by. I say, so both parties have given their prior consent for this romantic meeting to take place. Exactly, but that's not all. Your blackmail theory has another problem. If my client was really being blackmailed, he would not have left the key in her hand after murdering her. He would have taken it after killing the victim. Not to mention the part where he most likely disposed of the victim by at least throwing her out the window. It would be a simple case of fatigue that caused him to make this mess. I don't know the details of what happened in that room, but it's not unreasonable to assume they were engaged in strenuous physical activity. After that, there may have been some sort of disagreement over the key that led to Miss Anderson's demise. When your client had finished silencing her forever, she was too tired to dispose of the body and simply collapsed from the stress. I'm not sure what to make of this theory. Alternatively, the simple explanation is that your client wanted to get caught. Guilt-ridden, he felt too paralyzed to clean up his mess and waited for justice to catch up with him. Even now, he can't fight him for himself because the fear of guilt keeps him from standing on his own 2 feet. Well, that's your theory, and I can't disprove it at the moment. So do you have any other kind of theory about it? Yes, I do, one involving the master key. My client was simply framed, and the real culprit took Elspeth's master key while she wasn't looking. It could be that Elspeth herself is the culprit, then. Hold on, Mr. Perigord. I very much doubt that someone like Miss Douglas would have had mental strength to commit murder. I also doubt anyone could borrow Miss Douglas's master key without her noticing. I don't know if that's the right thing. I'll come back. It's like, I'll come back to that later. You lie. Objection! Don't try to fool me. An eyewitness told me that you briefly left the infirmary that night. Okay, fine. I was alone with Millen almost all night. Almost all night means it wasn't all night. Please explain. I had to go to the toilet around 3 a.m. Your eyewitness probably saw me go on the way. Happy now? That depends. What were you doing there? Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm definitely not going to describe how I used the restroom. Were you alone there? Of course I was alone. Absolutely, totally alone, sitting alone on a toilet. I see it at 3 a.m. and I certainly did not meet anyone there. Oh, I do not have that information. That's gonna be what a woman does on a toilet. You should be more concerned about solving your case. Is it just me, or is she getting more and more irritated? Oh yeah, I also made sure to get him an onion. It's like, he needs an onion. It did sound sus. So now I'm like, who do I talk to next? I definitely didn't meet anyone there. It's like, yeah, right? Let's see. Who do I talk to? Maybe you? Oh. No marks? No. Okay, not that one. About leaving marks. Hold it. If you're really so sure you didn't leave any traces, especially not on the murder weapon, then you surely have no problem with Mr. Pavlov paying you a visit to check your fingerprints, right? Unless, of course, you can provide with an actual alibi for what you were doing at that time. Then it won't be necessary. If I were you, I'd make sure not to keep any secrets, otherwise it could backfire badly. Well, then I'll be on my way. Wait, there's a reason I can't tell you why I went to see Bart or who I was with from 2:15 to 3 a.m. So you were with someone? Yes, but I can't tell you. You'd rather hide who you're with than have a solid alibi? There's a reason for that. I promise not to tell anyone. You'll better ask that person if you can break that promise. Anyway, thanks for at least partially telling me. I guess I'll find out who that person was on my own. Like Clara's on nose. Like Clara's wasn't here. Okay, so I depleted her of evidence. And if I depleted her, then that means I'm completely done with the first floor, I think. Because I also got Lupita, so I'm done with the first floor. I'm done with you. Wrong button. Well, sir, brace yourself for impact. I figured it out. You were the secret person who met with Elspeth after the evening ball. Amazing. Did she tell you or did you figure it out on your own? She only mentioned that you met someone, but she couldn't say who because she didn't want to break a promise. I had several theories as to what you two were up to, but I'd like to hear it from your mouth what two ladies are doing together alone this late at night. It's not what you think. After escorting Miss Lupita to her room, I ran into Miss Douglas, who looked like she was in search of something. Turns out she lost a trading card I found while showing Lupita to her room. A trading card? Yes, it was from the popular Trading Monsters game. Talked about it briefly when I suggested we play a little. After all, I had brought my video game console. So she invited me to her room and we ended up trading and fighting some of our monsters. I showed her some tips on how to hunt for the perfect shiny. Ooh, shiny. Trading monsters at this time of day at this hotel? Yes. Here, take a look. She traded me this cute plant dinosaur. It even knows the river bee moon. Rated at 237. Original owner, Brave Last 54. Sounds about right. And you were with her from 2:15 to 3 a.m. in her room? Yes, we were. Talking and playing. And after that, then we both got very tired and I decided to go to my room and sleep. You know, Elspeth's room is close to the crime scene. Did you see or hear anything interesting on your way back? Let me think. No, I do not think so. Good. Can't they just change the system time? Nah, that'd be too convenient. Good, that's all I needed to know. Thank you, Sarah. Please don't tell the others I was gaming so late. It's kind of embarrassing. We all have our dark little secrets, no worries. What do I need from you? Hold it, I know for a fact that she was with Elspeth last night after the ball. If Sarah was trying to seduce Elspeth during that time just to find an opportunity to steal the master key from her, then she could easily have found a way to get into Marn's room and commit murder. They talk about absurd theories from the world's most crooked lawyer. Fine. I take the bait. I'm giving you the wrong accent. So hear me out. I should probably not tell you this, but Sir Angel knocked on my door late at night. I think it was around 3:15. That's extremely late. I suppose it was something important? You could say that. Sasha, I have a request. Can we talk in private? Sure, come in. What's the matter? Seeing you so serious is kind of unusual. I feel conflicted. My announcer during the deer game was probably not the best way to tell you. Don't beat around the bush. Tell me what's bothering you. I mean, are you not upset? Hey, there's nothing to worry about. We're just roommates. Those were my words, back when you invited me to a romantic dinner to a fancy restaurant. I often think that my rejection was a bit too harsh. Oh, that was a long time ago. In retrospect, I should have acted differently. After all, I kept teasing you. You remember when I accidentally forgot to lock the door while I was taking a bath? I hardly remember that. But why are you bringing this up now? A little difficult to explain, but you see, I was with Elspeth just a moment ago. Oh, and what did she say? She told me you were a pretty good dancer. I tried not to step on her toes. Still, it wasn't just me you were talking about, was it? Wait, don't tell me since you brought up my rejection. Did you try to ask her out? No, we just chatted and played trade mons together. Although she did tell me something important. Lamar apologized to her that he had to cancel their date because he became interested in another person. Looks like your lecture on morality really had an effect on him. It did, but at the same time I feel like a hypocrite now. Sasha, I want to sincerely apologize for playing with your heart. You've never mistreated me and have respected my boundaries while I have often crossed yours.
I'm glad you realized that, but don't worry about it, it's okay. It's like I can murder you later. Also, it's not like you're the only woman I know in my life, so don't hold back and tell me. Who's your new crush? Sarah, what's wrong now? I got rejected. What? I was dancing with this person after we finished. I asked if we could spend more time together later. And this person said no. They weren't interested. Well, that must have hurt. My head was all over the place all night and it was very hard to stay focused. Playing trade monster with was helped me think about something else for a while, but the pain's still there. Wait, you kept your tears with you all this time? Yes, I know this is a selfish request, but can I stay for a while? I need someone to help me take my mask off. Of course you can. I'm always here for you. Thank you. I'm not sure how long we talked, but it got very late. After she stopped crying her heart out, she fell asleep with her head on my shoulders. I carefully wrapped the blanket around her and conceded the bed to her, while I decided to rest on the sofa. How can a shitty guy like you have such a big heart? I don't want to hear that from the ace attorney whose ends justified the means. Touché. So, you two have an alibi from 3:15 a.m. until the body was found. Correct. Although I would like to keep a secret from everyone else. Sarah may not look it, but thanks to her lineage, she considers herself a proud warrior. I don't want anyone to know that she cried. Do you understand? As if I would tell anyone. I still remember the drama when you accidentally mentioned to me that you used to play with dolls. No, she's there, soft. She almost killed me for that. Well, why are you two standing apart like this? I'm not quite sure myself. I guess it's a bit awkward to talk about yesterday. Oh well. Hey Sasha, one last question. Did she tell you who her crush was? Yup. Is it Ilmarin? Gerard, why do you want to know who Sarah Angel's crush was? It could be important to the case. I'm sorry, but unless you can give me an important reason why it matters who Sarah's crush was, I can't tell you. If Ilmarin is a crush, she might have a motive to get rid of Ms. Anderson. We both know that Sarah Angel is someone who takes what she wants. So why should a great warrior like her let someone else have a taste of the person she likes? Stop this at once before she hears you. It's not Ilmarin. The person she likes is Ismail. Ismail, for real? Yes, now you better stop accusing her of anything, because I really don't like it when you overstep your bounds, okay? Yes, I promise I'm not going to start theorizing about Sarah again. Good. Alright, so I got everything from you. Alright, we're getting there. Makes sense. They were playing board games and stuff together, so... No, it makes sense that she likes Ismail. They were hanging out a lot. I'm not sure, but we actually killed her. Hold it. If that's the case, it's very likely he acted in self-defense. After all, Miss Anderson had a gun with her when she entered his room. What, really? Still, even if it was self-defense, it still means he took another person's life. Wouldn't it have been enough to knock her out or inflict a non-lethal wound? Never underestimate the human survival instinct in a life or death situation. It's hard to be as rational as you are in your suggestion. Still, I wish you had something more concrete, like finding another person's fingerprints on the murder weapon or something. Anyway, as long as you feel confident, I guess that's all that matters. After all, they'll be dealing with the undefeated ace attorney. I could have said it better myself, thank you very much. You're welcome. Anything else important I should know, tell me. Oh, buddy. Hold it. Yeah, what's up now? I'm not sure if I should bring this up, since it has nothing to do with the murder case. Since we've known each other for quite some time, I have to ask. What's the matter now? Why did you reject her? What? Reject who? The person who asked you out. What are you talking about? Nobody asked me out.
He's the imposter. Wait a minute, now that you mention it. Okay, never mind, he's just stupid. Ooh, false alarm, he's just an idiot. Sarah wanted to chill at the bar after the ball, but I said no because I was already pretty exhausted from the action, just wanted to go to bed. That's why I already left at 1:30. I see. Whew. You should talk to her because I'm afraid she took it the wrong way.
Wait, you mean she's into me? You're not kidding?
I'm not, that's why I bring this up.
Every dream would have thought the person she had a crush on was me.
So it was just a misunderstanding. Well, kind of. Although the end result would have been the same if I understood her intentions correctly.
I already have a girlfriend. Her name's Sophia.
Wait, really?
Yep, she's a sweet girl from Greece.
That's a surprise. Why have you never mentioned her before?
Well, it wasn't really serious until recently. Especially since her parents don't like people from other continent. Well, you know what I mean. I talked to Oya about it when I made the muffin, so apart from him, you're the only one who knows at the moment. Oh, we don't want to make it public since we're super sure it's going... Until we're super sure it's going to last.
I see. Well, congratulations on your happiness.
Thanks, man.
I gotta tell Sarah about this now. Can't have her crying over someone who hasn't even noticed her advances. Thanks for telling me, I guess. Oh, welcome. Who's the imposter then, I wonder? I mean, I was giving clues. It says some of the clues I haven't been able to use. So I may be given an opportunity to interrogate some people later. Alright, so... I ran out talking to you. I ran out talking to you. You're dead. You're not here. Yeah, I think all that's left is interrogating Wiki and Holmes. I think. Like, this game really makes you run around. No, wait, I have a thing. I have a thing. They were playing Pokemon. Objection, it is possible. Rachel visited Elspeth late at night for a little gaming session. She could have easily snatched Elspeth's master key while her eyes were glued to the screen, or returned it if she had taken it earlier.
So you're accusing Elspeth of being sloppy?
It pains me to say this, but there have been a few previous instances of things suddenly disappearing around her. Very well. In that case, I will consider your theory as a possibility. Great, that's all I need to hear for now. Why does he have a K? How about we move on to a slightly different topic? As you wish. Can you reconstruct what you did starting yesterday up to the point when we discovered the body? That's quite the task you're giving me, Mr. Perigord. I know, but it's important. You see, I'm following some leads currently, and I want to know if the testimonies I've received lined up. Very important you tell me everything from your point of view, so I can expose the potential criminal who's still at large. Just an Elspeth. Fancy a cup of tea? Sure. Oh, excuse me, Miss Douglas. Yes, sir, how can I help you? May I order a cup of tea for myself and Mr. Perigord? Oh, certainly, what flavor? Green tea if it's not too much trouble. Earl Grey for me. Oh, and hot, please. All right, gentlemen, I'll be right back. While we wait, I might as well start with my story. As you know, I arrived at the hotel around 6 p.m. My car showed no signs of life and there were no other buildings nearby, so I tried my luck here. At the lobby I met Miss Douglas and your client, Mr. Haller. He was a very welcoming fellow. He offered to show me around the hotel. He also helped me familiarize myself with most of the faces and their names. It's like I did back then. I see, did anything special happen during that time? Not really. Everyone seemed rather cheerful, despite the continuing bad weather. My reunion with Miss Hagen was a little unexpected, but otherwise, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Except for one thing. What is it? I'm all ears. When Miss Haller had finished showing me around, we went into my room together for a moment. Then something strange happened. May I ask, the cook's name is Miss Lowenson, isn't it? Does he have a daughter? Yes, he sometimes talks about her when we play tarot together. You know her first name? Yes, actually. Larissa. Oh, the name's Larissa, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I see. In that case, please listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. So what do you think? Well, I think I could get used to this place for a while. May I ask you to join me for a cup of tea? Oh, I'm more of a coffee guy. Maybe later if I don't have anything else to do. Be my guest. Who could that be now? Please come in. The door is not locked. Service? Huh? What are you doing here? Rings, young lady. How can I help you? That was the previous occupant of this room. I think I forgot something. It's not too much trouble. Could I take a quick look to see if it's still around somewhere? Of course. I haven't unpacked yet, so feel free to look around the room to your heart's content. Thank you very much. What's your name? Oh, you can call me Professor Holmes. I'm delighted to make your acquaintance. Holmes, You're a detective by any chance, or the owner of a castle? Oh, it's not the first time I've been asked that question, but no. I'm just a humble lecturer at the university in London. Although, calling me a detective is not that far off. After all, those who study under me turn out to be capable crime fighters. Why is that? What do you teach? Forensic psychology and criminal profiling. Wait, really? That sounds kind of cool. Interesting. Enough about me. May I ask your name? Oh, sure, Larissa. Larissa Loenzon. You have a similar dialect to the cook and share a surname. Are you related to him? Yes, I'm his daughter. She lied as naturally as she breathed. I went to see him because he really gets time off, and yet he didn't pay much attention to me. I see. What's wrong, Mr. Haller? You seem rather pale. Oh, nothing. Let me explain the situation. Our reunion's a bit awkward. I think as me and Martin broke up today, I told him he would never see me again. Speaking of which, I think I know where I left my bra. Didn't think I noticed, did you?
Your bra!
Sorry, Prof, but I need to have a serious talk with my ex. Martin, to your room. I want my bra back now. Oh, of course. I'm sorry, Professor Holmes. I'm sorry to have you witness this. Ah, don't worry about it. What I would give to be young like you again. In that case, have a nice day. Wait, may I have a moment? Yeah? I must say, I really like your sense of fashion. I hope I don't disappoint you, but I'm not interested in older men. God forbid, it was not my intention to flirt with you. Good. But I would like if I could check your headwear for a moment. My headwear? Yes, you see, I have a friend who collects exotic hats. He usually pays good money for them, and I've never seen one like yours before. I'm very curious to know where you got it. Oh, this one? It's from a regional Gothic fashion shop. I think it's from Munch. Really? You know, I've been to Munch with him a few times, and I've never seen anything like it. Oh, did I say Munch? I guess it's from Ingolstadt. Oh, I see. I paused for a moment. I'm sorry if I feel a bit naked without it, so no. I'd rather lose my eyesight than have my hat taken. Really, is it that important to you? You could say that. I once borrowed her hat without permission and almost lost my hearing because she got really mad at me. First he stole my heart, then my hat, now my bra. Speaking of which, Marin? Yeah, it's in my room. You can have it back. So once again, please excuse us, Professor. Of course. Two of them were a bit of an odd couple. Mr. Perigord. Yes, I'm listening, sorting my thoughts. Have you made acquaintance with Miss Loenzon in the past? I have, but only sparingly. Speaking of her, may I ask your opinion as a psychology expert? What about her? On what grounds? Is Larissa capable of committing murder? After all, she could have hid in an hotel and murdered Miss Anderson, while at the same time blaming her ex for the crime. An intriguing theory. And my encounter with her was rather brief, so I can by no means make a complete profile of her. But since you insist, I can give you my thoughts on the information I have. Yes, please do. At first glance, Miss Loenzon seems to be very confident in the dormant person in their relationship. She's in control when they talk against each other. Even after their separation, Mr. Haller did not speak against her. But at the same time, she exuded an immense amount of insecurity, especially when it came to her appearance. Based on the story of how she reacted when Mr. Haller took her hat, it was a visible attack on her ego. In addition, when asked about her father, her facial expression was somewhat negative. A possibly poor relationship with her father could be the root of her insecurities, which leads to the following. If Lowen's who initiated the breakup, it's very likely that she felt insulted that her ex had already found someone new to flirt with. She may have been filled with jealousy and regret that she had thrown something valuable away, and she may have been trying to get back at him. If Mr. Hollow could tell me what they did when they were alone, it would help me a lot to put the missing piece of the puzzle together. That's like a great analysis, but I'm very short on time, so may I ask you to give me the short version? Is jealousy a valid reason for Miss Lozad to murder Miss Anderson? In a vacuum, it fits for a character with her personality, so yes. Thank you, that's all I needed to hear. Not that she seems to have left the building after receiving her missing underwear. In this case, you may be chasing a ghost. If not, then maybe we have a new prime suspect. Unlikely, isn't it? Want to make a bet? I decline. If you do find her, please let me know. Sure. As if there must be a reason why Clara lied about her identity. Or as everything she told them was a lie. She never even wore a bra during the time she was hotel. How do you know that? I have to find her without attracting attention to the others. What's next? What time did they leave? That must have been around 6:30 p.m. after I was alone and busy unpacking. The next thing I knew, I was in the dining hall. It was announced that there was a ball that night. And else must come back. Sorry for the wait. Here's the tea you both ordered. Thank you, Miss Douglas. Anything for our dear esteemed guests. So, was I? Right, the announcement in the dining room. No sooner had I checked in than the hotelier forced me to dance with a lady whom I've never seen before in my life. But it was a very fever-like dream experience. Yes, it was. The kind you still only see in the movies. Fortunately, my designated dance partner introduced herself to me. It was Miss Lupita, right? Indeed. She and her acquaintance, Mr. Dijiskra, invited me to the bar to get to know each other, and we stayed until 8 p.m. when the evening ball was about to start. And how long did you stay at the ball? Till the end, around 2 a.m. Unfortunately, Miss Lupita was getting more and more into alcoholic drinks, while her acquaintance had that medical accident. So I decided to sit it out when she got a bit too flirty. I do not want to make enemies in this hotel. Understandable. Did you dance with anyone else? Well, yes. Miss Sarangel asked me out once. And after the ball ended, I helped Mr. Alieri return all the bottles to the bar. We had some interesting banter about the evening. By 3 a.m. we were finished. I went back to my room, alone, of course. And it did take me long to fall asleep. It had been a long day for me. Okay, last question time. What time did you get up from bed? I slept until about 8 a.m. when Miss Douglas woke me up by knocking on my door and telling me there had been a murder. I see. Thank you for that detailed summary. I hope it was worth your time. Unbeknownst to him, I can sometimes smell out like rat lies like this one. You got that much earlier. I guess I need to do some digging. Miss Douglas, what are you still doing here? Oh, I don't really have anything to do at the moment except wait, and it was kind of interesting to listen to your conversation. Would you like me to leave? No, I wanted to ask you something right away. Is anyone missing their room key right now? Why are you asking? Mr. Perigord found a room key with the number 206 on it, but apparently it's the wrong one, because it doesn't open the victim's door. Let me have a look. I can tell just by looking if this is right here or not. No one has contacted me that he lost their room key either. In that case, can you unlock Valhalmine's door with your master key? Would that be possible? Oh, sure, I could do that. The door's now open. Thank you, Elspeth. Let's see what I can find in the victim's room. Maybe there's a clue somewhere. Mind if I join you? It has been a while since I observed some field work. Might be part of the team too. I'm super curious. Wait a minute. Oh, it's the boss. Mr. Thumb Collector, is there a problem? I could get used to being called that, but yes, there is a problem. Only those who are assigned to be detectives can do the initial investigation of a relevant room. In other words, I can allow anyone to enter except Gerard, who stands in for Ilmarin, and Wiki, who takes the side of the rival. In that case, may I be allowed to be a temporary substitute for Miss Hagen? After all, our interests could be closely aligned. I will report my findings to her truthfully. Well, since you were a teacher in the past, I can make a rare exception. Wiki's busy with Ilmarin anyway. She has to left her room since the investigation started. And the worst thing is, I can't be mad at her because keeping guests alive is the only thing she's really good at. So, Holmes? Excuse me, I mean, Professor Holmes. Please. Could the M stand for Moriarty? It's probably Moriarty. Please investigate Wilhelmina's room on Wiki's behalf and record your findings to her. You both get 5 bonus minutes. Please use them wisely. As you wish, sir. Elspeth, please fetch Wiki until while the gentlemen are occupied. Aye, boss. You see what I see? You mean the key on the table in full view of anyone who enters the room? Exactly that key. Let's give it a try, shall we? Be my guest. Please keep it in sight at all times. Gosh, you must have a very low opinion of lawyers if you're worried about I'm going to change it in secret. Look at that. The doors are locked now. There's definitely a key in the room. The real one. Fascinating. Do you realize what this means? Yes, I do, but before we act, we should eliminate all other possibilities. Exactly. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Sounds like winning the lottery, which is weird. I didn't even buy a ticket. What about this side table? Is there anything remarkable inside? I'll try to check, let's see. Her portemonnaie, a book about learning Finnish. Nothing unusual, I would say. It's an interesting painting. Let me check something. There might be something behind it. No, it's just a boring painting. I wouldn't call it boring. I admire the way the colors are used to represent the lady sitting on the car. What kind of car might it be? Is it any... Why are we wasting time discussing a picture? There's a murder case we need to solve. Quite right. Sorry, Everything's fine. Time's often too short to admire art. Do you see what I see? What's up? Have you found something? That seems to be a vermin. Uh-oh. It disappeared somewhere near the corner of the wall. There seems to be a mouse hole. Wait a minute, maybe I can... What are you doing? I'm trying to see if I can reach the beast with my arm. Be careful. These creatures will bite if they feel threatened. Oh, right, good call. Just so we're clear, there's no way a human could ever slip through that little mouse hole, is there? That would be impossible. I couldn't detect any device or button inside this shaft either. Ergo, this mouse hole has nothing to do with this murder. For now. I think it's time to report our findings. Indeed, we need to warn Hotelier that Ilmar's arrest is unwarranted due to this new clue we found. Right, but before that, there's something else we need to tell him first. Mr. Thumb Collector, I must say, this establishment has a problem that needs to be addressed. Couldn't find the murder weapon yet, right? What's wrong with it? It appears to be infested with vermin. We discovered a rat in the bathroom. Oh, I deeply apologize for this. Mins and Mons are trying their best to keep them at bay, yet my feeling subordinates are quite lacking in their department. I will task them to eradicate this problem immediately. The rat's the only thing you found in this room? No, Miss Anderson's room key was located inside the room, but no person was hiding inside. The door was locked until Elspeth used her master key just a moment ago. Sir Thumb Collector, are you aware of the implications? No, please do tell, so a simple hotelier like me can also understand it. Hey, brought with me as you requested. Sup, you guys figure something out? Perfect timing, Miss Hagen. We just found something important. Oh, I'm all ears. Remember the room key I found when I examined the victim's hand? Yep, what's wrong with it? It wasn't a room key. Someone put the 206 label on it to confuse us. Because the real key was in her room all along. Let me guess, her room door was locked? Correct. We had to ask Miss Douglas to unlock it for us. We also checked the whole room to see if anyone was hiding, but the room was otherwise empty. In other words, someone stole the real key from the victim and planted it in her room. Then that person locked the door with the master key and left. That person in question wasn't my client for several reasons. After all, he was in his own room when Elspeth found him. And how did Elspeth find my client? By using the master key. And who else used the master key? The person who put the real room key in Wilhelmine's room. So the real culprit is either Elspeth? No, it wasn't me. Or someone who borrowed the master key from her. Sheesh. Okay, where do I start? You know, this whole story would have more weight if you argued that Wilhelmine was murdered in her own room. Then you could say that the real culprit dragged her into the Marne's room while he was asleep. But you already said you met them both outside his room, so that would be impossible. In other words, this key doesn't prove much. It's just a red herring. Nothing to warrant lifting Marne's arrest. Now, gentlemen, if you'll excuse me, I have to go back and deal with my criminal. Thanks again, Miss Agent Hagen. You just handed me the perfect theory. After all, who's to say that Wilhelmine's murder took place during the rendezvous and not after? Take it easy, Elspeth. You heard the expert. You're innocent until proven guilty, so please go back to your post and ignore what just happened. Okay. Now this is over, I'll return to my office. By the way, feel free to visit the Mars at the library when you feel ready to expose the imposter. It appears we were too hasty in our conclusions. While the room key shows there are still unknown variables in this case, it doesn't prove an alibi for your client. No, that key is his ticket to freedom, and I already have an idea how to use it. If you're curious, feel free to take a seat in the courtroom and watch. Gladly. A lot has just happened. Elspeth is getting more and more suspicious by the minute, as the master key must have been involved in this little side mystery. And there's the question of when the victim was murdered. Judging by my timetable, the most interesting time would be 3 a.m. in the morning. After all, that's when some of the actors were moving around without an alibi. Not to forget, I should look around and see if Claire, is hiding somewhere. Time to tie up the last loose ends with Vicky before facing the mighty walrus.
I don't even have an idea who the imposter can be.
How curious. Looks like someone dropped a key. I recognize that one. It's for the restroom on the main floor. Might as well use it. Yeah, it was locked! I wonder, how do I know that this is the restroom key? Because Wiki dropped it, and she was the last person who used the restroom, and the restroom is locked. It's been locked this entire time. And it's open. Let me in. The toilet. Nothing unusual at first glance, but maybe there's something in the water container above. Probably just a waste of time, but I'm too curious not to check. What's this? A toy ball? This completely harmless item must have something to do with the murder. I better take it with me. Well, I'm only one snippet away. Just a moment.
It's something really bad and I have Fauci. I really need to use the toilet.
Hey, Clara! What are you doing here? Shh, not so loud. So, Knox, say it's occupied and only you. Do you understand? Okay. Good. Let's whisper. But first, sorry for invading your privacy so suddenly. No worries, I was just doing some investigating. What do you want? I need to hide for a while. The key collector is after me again. If you see him, don't mention me, okay? I could do that. I have to go anyway. Time's running out. Hey, wait. Can you please discreetly tell Martin to meet me here? That might be a little difficult. He's asleep right now, and I don't know when or if he'll wake up. He's also suffering from amnesia, and he's the prime suspect in a murder case. Unbelievable. How could one guy have so much bad luck at once? Yes, you know I'm currently acting in his best interest by trying to clear his name. Oh, so you two are working together now? That's a relief. You're not bad at your job. That's a huge understatement to describe the world's greatest ace attorney. But I think it's a compliment. So I'm already here. Is there anything you want to know? Why did you hide your identity from Professor Holmes? I don't know if Professor Holmes is who he seems to be. If he isn't, then it's only fair that I don't reveal my true identity, isn't it? If you say so. By the way, are you in any way connected to the murder case? I don't even know who or how many people died. So feel free to make up theories about me if it helps you win the case. I don't care. Thank you for a kind offer. There's something I want to know. Can How can I be sure that you're the real Clara Frank and not just a doppelganger? Why are you asking me that particular question? There's an imposter in this hotel right now, and it's actually my main job to find out who it is. Oh. Well, since you helped me out before, I guess I could do you a favor. Would you like me to give a hint or two? Sure, why not? It might spoil the fun. You want my help?
I have no clue, so I'll take the hint. Is it possibly a bad idea? Probably. Who cares about the fun? If solving this mystery helps me solve more, then I will not complain about the help.
Very well, I'll be brief. I don't know how the rules are set, but I know some of the limitations of these imposters. If it's Salentura, you could already rule out half the cast. From what my master told me, the body she currently controls can only transform into inanimate objects or female humans. I'm not sure if that means biologically or what she perceives as a female person, but she can turn into, say, Uwe or Roberto. But if it's the actual doppelganger, then it's a bit more complicated. She's much more cunning than Alitura and can maintain a perfect disguise for a long time, but she has an Achilles heel. If another human finds the body she's currently impersonating, her disguise will be broken. She also has some strange habits that sometimes show through her disguise. I see. How do you know so much about them? Well, that's a very expensive piece of information. But I will tell you that you could tell me all the all the divisors of the number 72727 in 5 seconds. This is easy. There are no divisors other than itself in one because it's a palindromic prime. My answer came out immediately. I didn't know lawyers were so good at math. It always you have to be good at math to calculate the outcome of a trial beforehand. What's that smug look on your face? Well, I'm honored. Well, what are you talking about? You wanted me to figure this out, right? I just wanted to get this over with so I could concentrate on getting bar and an acquittal. Come on, drop the masquerade for a moment. You're still pretending to be Gerard even after I figured it out? Pretending? What are you implying? You're the imposter, obviously. What? Who? Me? Talk about nonsense. I remember a lot of things I should know if I really was the imposter. Like the details of the ball, and that I practiced to dance with Elspeth, or how I met Ilvar and Wilhelmine outside their room that night. Are you really sure these are your memories, or just something you heard from the real Gerard before you stole his identity? Clara, no offense, but that's the stupidest thing I've heard today. If I really am the imposter, then why do I not remember? It would take away the whole challenge of figuring it out. Worse, I remember standing next to Wiki the whole time when the first swap was announced. Your theory has more holes than Swiss cheese. You're right, it's a stupid theory. Almost as stupid as the Raymond hypothesis. You take that back right now. How do you insult the most beautiful theory I'm in? Wait a minute. Why do I care so much about that? I don't even know what that theorem is about. A French lawyer who feels offended when I trash talk the most famous unsolved problem with mathematics, which is closely related to prime numbers. I don't know what you think, but I feel that you're acting very suspicious at the moment. As if you weren't the real Gerard, but a doppelganger who loves to geek out about prime numbers. What? That's impossible. I am me. Gerard Perigord. I know my whole life. I can count all my victories. My, how many were they? What's the prime number? I don't remember. What do your parents look like? What was the real name of your last client? I don't know. I know something. My life goal. There's something no imposter, doppelganger, or mimic could ever take from me. And you really say that I'm not Gerard? I can't guarantee it, but the Gerard I know wasn't that deep in the mathematics when I talked to him last time. Why the long face? It's a solution to whatever stupid game you have to play at the moment. But I don't remember being a doppelganger either. Did you mention that Morin is currently suffering from amnesia? Who's to say that's not related to what happened to you? You thought of what caused it? No, my guess is that he was hit on the head. Jeez, I never thought I'd be in this position. Hey, it's nice to finally meet you in person, doppelganger. Hey, there's a way to take that mask off. Mind if I touch your face for a moment? If you promise to be careful. Please, as if I'd dare to harm a high-level dream demon like you. I'm a what? Looks like Gerard's face is stuck on you right now. Unfortunately, I don't know the song of healing to make it come off. I guess you've met a terrible fate, haven't you? Can you please stop mocking me? Sorry, I'm just enjoying this absolutely hilarious situation. Never thought I'd be stuck in a small restroom with one of the most notorious dream demons of all time. Besides, I'm most offended you haven't tried to hit on me yet. Did they really conceal that part of you as well? Sorry, it must be extremely weird to be stuck with another person's body and memories. By the way, what's that item you're holding? Oh, it looks like a ball. Alright, I completely forgot about the case for a moment. If you excuse me, I need to get back to Marin's room. Even if I might be an imposter, I still care about solving this case. Wait, one last thing before you go. What is it? See me again when you get your memories back. I have a proposal you surely want to hear about. I'll keep it in mind.
Unless she was fucking with us this whole time.
Oh, hey, Process!
Mr. Paragord, what a surprise. I was expecting someone else to come out of the bathroom.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
It's alright.
Oh, what will you do with her now?
The little raven lady is hiding in a cage, thinking she's safe from me. But locked doors don't bother someone who likes to collect keys. The moment she takes her eye off the door, she'll be back in chains. Like a marriage proposal? Nah.
You didn't, huh? You think it's... Objection! I know exactly who you met with in the restroom, and I have proof. Westwell Bucky, thanks for stopping by. No, you could have found out. I'd call your bluff. Take that, Agent Hagen. It was Professor Holmes. You met with him because he was an old lover of yours. In fact, you have a forbidden affair with him back when you were a student, and now the fire was rekindled when he appeared in this hotel. Right, stop spreading fake news before someone stupid enough starts believing it. First of all, who in the world will go on a date with someone just to meet a secret lover later? I mean, besides Morin? Besides Morin. Now, for real. I did not meet Professor Holmes that night. We hardly interacted at all yesterday. Yeah, that's too bad. I really thought he was the one you met with. People know the exact times where they were. Because you never know when you're gonna be framed for a murder. Because that means you don't have an alibi for that time. And? Riki, this objection wasn't just for show. It was to give you a free ticket for your own survival. Because they know exactly who will be swallowed by the darkness of the law. Well, that won't be me. Because I was alone in the restroom for a brief moment doesn't mean I can't prove an alibi time. There's something else that will do just fine. Something else, you mean like that toy ball? Oh, hey, you found it. I'd explain how that gives you an alibi. Well, I put it there. In the time between 3 a.m. and 3:15. Do you have any proof that it was you who put it there? Or better yet, it was you at that exact time? Now that you've mentioned it, it doesn't prove anything, I guess. Rika, I don't understand you at all. Let's ignore this alibi thing for a moment because there's something else that really worries me. Have you put any effort into this investigation at all? You hardly left Marin's side. Can you even say how exactly the victim was murdered? Is the gun really the weapon? What's the time of death? Is it before or after 2 a.m.? You call yourself a professional, an agent, and yet all you do is let the culprit rest on your lap? We don't even know if this is the real Ilmarin. How I do my work is none of your business, Gerard. You should know by now I do things differently. I noticed that, and I'm not sure what to think about it. You're sloppy. Oh, no, Swishy, welcome. How you do? Yeah, by all means, lurk. How you do? I guess I have to demonstrate my methods to shut you up. Objection, I call me sloppy when you can't even figure out for yourself that Ilmarin is not the imposter. Oh, how could you say that? Take a look at his back. I smeared blood on his back before the ball started. And he still has some trace of that blood on him. Why did you do that? Besides, me and him knew about this. I'm curious, why did you do that? Not telling. Is his blood in any way responsible for his amnesia? No, it's impossible. It's like, it might have to do with us hanging out with her last stream, but I forgot. I'm ready for the trial now, so you better finish up that imposter search quick. That's the problem. I don't know who the imposter is. I really don't. And I have all the clues. So it's like, I don't have anything else to work with. Oh god.
Now want to start the show early? You ready?
Yep. Of course I am. I was born ready.
Wonderful, then let the game begin!
Why a walrus? Why not a walrus? Dear viewers, welcome. I am Demarius. I just realized there's a lamp covering the table. Can someone remove that lamp?
I'm Demarius, the host of the 66 Who's the Copycat Show. Today's contestant is Ace Attorney Gerard. Many of you know him from the Murder Hotel Show. Round of applause.
The stakes are high. If Gerard uncovers imposter, it'll help Detective Hollis solve murder case.
If Gerard fails, he gets bone-crushing experience.
Bone-crushing? What's that supposed to mean? Do not think about it.
Just make it hard to concentrate.
Right, as if I'd lose such a silly little game.
Important information. While we play, time is frozen. Since there's murder going on, the people are represented by dolls. Gerard wins if he shoots the impersonator doll.
Shoot?
Yes, big shot with gun.
Hold it, isn't that dangerous?
Not to worry, human. All the Mars shows maintain pre-world safety measures. After all, location is murder hotel. Imposters deserve to be shot for identity theft.
But are they like voodoo dolls? Will the person I shoot also die?
You have vivid imagination. Nothing like that will happen. It's only symbolic. Otherwise, the Mars will be in trouble for breaking various knock rules.
I see. Which one should I do next? Roberto's not the doppelganger. Remember which book we had last part from the library, and he was the one beside Newman. Cross out that doll. Yeah, she's the victim. Christina. He's just gonna recap everything. I don't... Like, it's starting to get a little late, so I'm not gonna read what he's recapping. Hey. Oh, Gerard, hello, Nemarius. Why have I been summoned? Are you two playing a game? Yes, you're my telephone joker, so to speak. I see. I hope I can answer your question. I hope so, too. We are currently live on TV where millions are watching, so let's make this count. Why are we waiting? This is very important that you answer me truthfully. Okay. See all those dolls on the table? I do. Where'd you get them? That's not important. Listen, Sarah. I know you like dolls, so imagine you choose one of them to be your favorite. Me and Nemarius have a bet who it would be. You don't have to tell us the reason or anything. Why don't you tell us which doll would you take home if you could? And mind you, I know the answer. Now it all depends on whether you're lying or not. First, I would take all the dolls home with me. They look really well made and expensive, but if you choose one, then it would be the Professor Holmes doll. Really, why is that? The details get my attention for some reason. It's really well made. So Professor Holmes is your final answer? Absolutely. Alright, that's all. Thank you. That was sus. Hope you win whatever game you're playing. Like, alright, that was immediately sus. Well, Mr. Paracord, what do you think? Expected she did not say Isabel. She definitely had such a subtle hint, but... Leave the Sarah doll on the table. This could be very interesting. As you say. Chef Chief Uwe. And I'm running low on time, so let's see. What's going on here? Play with dolls. Actually a game. Tell the truth. If the person lies, they're destroyed. What's the question? You remember what you and Isabel were talking about when he made the muffins? I do, yes, for the most part. Because Isabel told me about it. He wants to make it public, so don't worry about these secrets. Here comes my question. What was the name he told you?
I'm kind of bad with names.
Wait, how could you forget something so important?
Well, there's been so much going on lately. People had breakdowns, the boss wants to organize a ball. And now I play with dolls. Remember how happy Isabel was he talked about her, his new girlfriend. I was busy preparing the pumpkin soup, so I couldn't pay full attention to the story even though I wanted to. Sorry, I don't remember her name.
Okay, wait, I don't blame you. Do you remember anything else he may have told you about her? Just a little thing.
Well, I think she has a problem with her parents or something.
Okay, so he checks out. He doesn't remember the name, but he remembers the details, so... Yeah, there's no way the imposter could imitate it that well. He and Isabel are definitely not the imposter.
Understood. I'll remove.
Yeah, now we gotta ask Miss Lupita about her lover's nickname. You wanna know what this is about? It's just a game show. Ask a quick question. How do you come on when he's on a date with you? I beg your pardon? You told me there's a special word you like to use. Can you remember it? Hey, nobody's told me this was about my love life. If you're watching the show right now,
Must be in the thousands, but they're mostly dream demons, not humans.
please just give us a name and you're free to go. I have the name right here written on paper. Can you guess what Bill had said to me? It all depends on the situation. Oh, don't tell me.
Say that word live on TV.
Relax, just whispered in my ear. Okay, but don't tell anyone I'll sue you. Well, that's not the word I meant. It's not.
Already probably meant the other one.
He calls him guapo. Okay. Bingo! Alright. Never ask me for anything ever again. Alright. I can announce that they're not the imposters. Alright. Yeah, can't be Elmore, he has a temporary mark on his back, so cross it out. Professor Holmes. Wiki vouched for him. Yeah, Sasha can't be it. Long list of, let's call them code words. Impossible for anyone to copy them, so cross it out. Okay. There's something I want to say from my heart. My goal in life isn't just to be the best lawyer in the world or to make a lot of money. I've never told anyone this before. And to prove that I'm not an imposter, I'm going to announce it now. My real goal is to drag a certain untouchable person to hell. I've been steadily building up a reputation that might one day prove useful to him. I've even gone so far as to commit crimes myself and save one of his murderous henchmen by twisting the law as much as possible. And as much as I detest my past, the ends will justify the means. A disaster like the murder hotel case must never happen again. And that's why I am still alive. No doppelganger could ever know of this plan, let alone understand my motives. Namarius, please cross out the Gerard doll for me.
Oh, nice story.
Not that I doubt Claire's words, it's just, it feels completely unrealistic. We'll keep this option handy in case I get stuck in a dead end. But Wiki, there is a way to tell if she's the imposter or not. Yeah, she uses a code word, so let's see what her code word is. I'm the barred one.
No. Of course she wants the doll.
It could be a heart the size of a walrus inside you, right? Joke's on you, dream demons don't have hearts. Yeah, so can't give it a doll. Yeah, you mentioned a code word. A code word to make sure it was you, along with the fact that you told him you knocked 7 times. Can you remember what it was? Nice try, sucker, but I told Milne to knock on the door 6 times, not 7. And the word in question is Lading. Pretty uneducated, it's the name of the first shackles made to bind the giant wolf Fenrir, which obviously broke.
Please do not call the audience uneducated. Not everyone needs to know about Norse mythology.
I'm sorry about that. What was it? Yeah, you can go now. Okay. Okay, please leave a Marn doll here, else you'll get in big trouble. Okay, fine. She tried to steal it. Oh, see you later. I think we got our culprit. Yeah, the lady, she's not the imposter.
As you say.
There should be one easy to figure out. Yeah, call Miss Douglas. Do something wrong? No. We need to know your username in Trade Mons. Of course I am. Finally, everything I know is going to be worth gold. Without the wee lassie will answer it. Not the trader ID. Can you briefly explain what this term means? Yeah, it's very simple. Every copy of the game is personalized. No two players will experience the exact same game. Yeah, it's like, I need your username, ma'am. I don't have time for your explanation. Yeah, she showed me a monster she traded recently. I think this trader's original ID was Wild Lassie 17. Is that you? Me I think I got the name wrong. Mine is Brave Last 54. Yep, she got it. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Goodbye. Cool. Looks like you went through every person and gave reasoning. Now's the time to bring out big guns. Please aim and shoot imposter doll. Let's see what happens. Good shot. Suits. Hello, Miss Doll Collector. I thought my disguise was impenetrable. You must tell me, how'd you know I was Audra Dinn's Sarah Angel? I watched what she did until she went to bed. I even studied the details of your relationship with her. Tell me, where did I screw up? You remember what you said when I asked you which doll to take? Of course. She would never have chosen the Isabel doll in that situation. She wouldn't reveal her secret like that. On a tour, it's not about which doll she chose. I mentioned at the beginning of our conversation this is live TV, and yet you continued to ignore that and casually talked about loving dolls and taking them all home if you could. Oh, what's wrong about that? A fake doppelganger like you couldn't know that she's really embarrassed by the fact that she likes dolls. That was pointed out. He's got you there, bitch. That is something only me and Alexander knew until now. But, how am I supposed to know that? You can't. You were destined to lose this silly game of masquerade from the beginning. But I applaud you. Everything else was quite convincing. You even got her speech pattern right. Merci. Imitating others with this new body is something I'm not used to yet, but I feel like I'm learning quickly. Not used to it yet. Is it just like the 66 show? It is, but it's the first time I am the imposter. Usually Doppelganger does it, but she's really good at it. Anyway, congratulations. You solved my little riddle. Thank you very much. Now can I please go back to solving this murder case? Yay! In the meantime... Oh, cool, we're in hell. Can I please go now? This place is eerie and there's nothing for me to do.
Why the rush? As long as you're with me, you're safe from the monster.
Still, I feel like I should be doing something important.
Feelings are just noise in your head.
Dr. Barron's... I mean it, I really want to go.
Very well, I'll give you a chance to prove that you're cured. If you could solve my riddle, you'll be allowed to leave the sanatorium.
What?
Here, we would call this game Memory. Match 2 of the same cards, and they disappear. When all the cards are gone, you solved it.
Doesn't that sound too complicated? Wait, these cards all look completely different.
It's not about appearance, it's about the long-term memories you associate with them. That's why there's no point in hiding the cards. Try to remember the past, not the present.
Okay, that shouldn't be too hard. Oh boy. I have to solve this before I could save. Top hat. Scissors.
Well, it's a simple tailor. Now a fearsome adversary in the world of nightmares. Most of us don't remember his past because we're too busy hiding from his present form. Fear makes us forget. No matter how far we fly or how cold it gets, we never escape the things we want to forget. Guilt makes us remember.
Are those muffins?
Got it. The illusionary truth effect. If a lie is repeated often enough, it will be perceived as a truth. That's why there will always be war between demons and between humans. Lies make us forget.
What's that?
Birdcage.
Raven.
The key collector is keen on dragging the Raven girl down the abyss. His abyss is a bureaucratic nightmare, one keen on suppressing information. Censorship makes us forget.
What's this? Several books. Oh. No. Not those? No, try again. No. Okay. The Valkyrie loves horned helmets despite their false historical depiction. And despite your bad experience with your past, you love the Valkyrie. Love makes us forget. Hey, Rins, I think a card's missing. You're right, one of your memories remains corrupted. Since you can't believe the memory puzzle, you can't leave the sanatorium. That's stupid, just give me the missing card and let's call it a day. What if I remember the last missing piece by myself? Be something related to the book somehow. There's a few things that come to mind. None of your current memories are related to the last missing card. Oh, Vandy, I'm so close, I know it. Wait a minute. You smell that? What is it? Could you describe it? I'm not sure myself. It smells something that used to make me cry. Not because I was sad, I think we were hungry. It's the smell of when I was cutting food. Must be an onion! Like the one... Looks like the one once favored by my brother has decided to give you a hint. Your brother? Who's that now? The one who represents the fear of losing one's free will, a key figure in these murderous games. I am forced to make people forget. He is forced to make people act against their will. Do you remember his name? Oh shoot, of course I do. It's Cipolla. It's the Italian name for onion. Hey look, there's a new card. Time to finish the puzzle. My brother Cipolla, who guards the Library of Man. His manuscripts will live on to tell the story. Books make us remember. It seems that your mind is finally purified the corruption. That means I can finally leave this place, right? It does, but our mission is not complete. You still need to retrieve your memories of the masquerade. Masquerade? Here, take this. This blue key will allow you to leave the corridors of the sanatorium and return to the hotel. Oh, nice! To retrieve your missing memories, find and read my book. My familiar will help you find it. Thank you, brethren. No need to thank me. I am simply following... well, Saga Blut's orders. Now go south and find what you have lost. Well, I am unfortunately out of time, so I am going to have to do that, next time. So, thank you all so much for coming. It's like, dang, I haven't even gotten to the court case yet. This game might take longer than I expected, but that's alright. We'll get through it. Don't worry. Let me find somebody to raid. Okay, I haven't raided this person in a while. You're very lost? Don't worry about it. That's for us to figure out next time. Alright, good night everyone. Rest well, eat your vegetables, Merry Christmas, and make sure to question your friends about how, if they're the real person and not a doppelganger. And if they're a doppelganger, shoot them out through the space vent. Good night!